never slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that, spitting slow, spitting fast. I could roast, I could gas, think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're worth my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains at last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah. Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Gonna learn the consequence of being incompetent. Mental health is confidence, dreams and some honestness. I'm not here to save the day, that's for you to take away. I could play a million mind games, but instead I say something not illogical, something that is topical. Rub it on and watch it go, make yourself unstoppable. Dreams are irresponsible, but they're always possible. If you just believe, you could be so remarkable. Thoughts in my head, a collage and they spread. I'll be great one day, going off of my meds. No, I'm not giving up, no, I'm not giving in. I will make it to the top, taking off in the wind. I gotta make it, I'm saving every day to taste it. I'm patient, but my mind, it can hardly take it. I'm chasing a dream that I've had for several ages. A vacant, modern kingdom for the taking. Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up.
Oh, Minecraft is great. If you could get into it, I had a hard time getting into it myself, but once you like understand it, oh my god, dude. There's usually like a mod pack that comes out every year. It's got like over 500 mods in it. This year was all the mods 10. Bro, it ran so smooth because they updated the Minecraft engine. They've made it quilt. It's so smooth now. A lot has happened over the weekend. They did, in fact, release the Epstein files. People are going to go to jail. Ha! Not because they released the Epstein files, but because they didn't release parts of the Epstein files. Because they're fucking idiots. And I want to see these senators go to jail. They they deleted files already. There are files that they have deleted because they didn't realize that it had statements about Donald Trump in it. So, this shit show has been going on for about 4 days now. This game was alright. I watched a streamer play through this one. I thought it was okay. It wasn't, like, innovative or anything. It was alright. Hmm. Damn, another Warhammer, dude. Jesus. Oh man, Warhammer been popping off lately. This looks kind of cool. Oh, bro, that looks sick. This is the kind of shows he's doing now? What a shame. What a waste of talent. What the hell is this? Oh, it's a boss guide. Expansion gameplay. Oh. Another Avatar movie. Yo, so I watched the first episode of Welcome to Derry by It. Holy shit. I actually want to see so much more of it. I also watched the first episode of Fallout. Of course, it was a banger. So, I'm gonna probably end up watching it. The entirety of the first season of It. Welcome to Derry. It like the first episode was good, bro. Here we go. We played the demo for this game.
Hey,
we might end up playing the actual full game release.
Nightmare, eh? Haven't seen you around since the demo. We have lots of new bells and whistles for survivor inspection, base building, and, well, keeping people like me alive. Next! This place ain't exactly a well-oiled machine, but it doesn't really have to be. We just need to ID the infected and provide safe passage to healthy survivors. You can operate most of the base from that tablet, so keep it handy. Like I said, a lot has changed, so let's go over some of the highlights. Each day, you're gonna have a line of folks desperate to get in, so check them one at a time. We have all the classic zombie scanning tools, and even some fancy new ones. Many of them are upgradable too, so keep them on the cutting edge to stay ahead of the curve. This here is the Madioscope to check for viral infection in the eyes. The portable X-ray is a new one too, and it's great for checking these flesh bags for signs of zombie stuff, and a deeper look to root out any contraband. Yeah, we'll talk more on that later. I also found this hammer for checking reflexes, but please be careful. It's a bit more nuanced than the other devices, and you can end up doing more harm than good if you're not careful.
What? No shot, dude. That's pretty cool. Yo, W developers.
A bit more nuanced than the other devices, and you can end up doing more harm than good if you're not careful. So, every survivor we save and every potential zombie you terminate gets us a little cash money from the bosses back at HQ. Each survivor we get on a convoy to safety means more funds for supplies, upgrades, and a pizza party on Fridays. Use that cash to expand the base, keep resources full, and make some upgrades to security, living quarters, power grids, and more. Speaking of upgrades, HQ really wants us to do some research on the front lines to see if they can find a cure. But I can't say I'm holding out much hope for a scientific breakthrough. You'll eventually have access to some upgrades like this fancy sterile lab to gather data on infection symptoms and mutations. Assign symptomatic survivors to the lab and do some science. And by do some science, I mean remove their organs against their will, run some tests, and make the lab equipment go brrr. Sheesh. He's not getting up, is he? Believe it or not, the new zombie cage is even less pleasant. We can lock down these creepers inside the research center and snag some undead flesh samples. Great for scientific progress, but not so great for you because you're gonna need to feed them dead bodies from the old dead body pile.
That's
Oh,
crazy.
nuts. Looks like we got a zombie breach. Time to spin up the defense drones and let the ammunition fly. The base has some pretty solid defense systems, including upgradable drones armed to the teeth for defending the perimeter. But we still do get a stray infected that makes the throw or drops in from the buildings above. In that case, we go with the old-fashioned way and hunt them down on foot. Okay, so that's some of the new stuff, but there's a lot more to discover. Oh, and before I forget, these survivors sometimes try to sneak in contraband, so have a look through their bags and backpacks too. Grab weapons, infected items, and anything that looks suspicious. I can't believe I have to say this, but some of these clowns try to hide stuff up their ass. That's why I ordered the portable X-ray after we found some questionable stuff in even more questionable places. Boy, I hope I get reassigned soon. So yeah, lots of new stuff in the old quarantine zone. This line ain't getting any shorter, so let's keep this corpse conga line going, because the mess hall is serving chicken nuggets and I skipped lunch.
That's
Wish list
crazy.
now, whatever that means.
January 12th. Oh, yeah, that reminds me. People did not like that video on Charlie that I did with the AI pranksters that got released over the weekend. Woo! They did not like that video, man. Man, Charlie's fucking community is cutthroat, man. I'm gonna leave it up, though. I ain't gonna take it down. It's got 95 dislikes. I was like, oh, that's nice. I don't really give a shit. Still stand by what I said. That ain't gonna change. And all 4 commenters I had to remove. I still think that, like, out of all the pranks that are going around right now, they're not hurting anybody. Like, at least the guy that was doing it. But, like, going after... I can understand wanting to remove pranks off the platform completely. I get that. But, like, if you're gonna go after one specific person, dude, I'm just not all for that. Especially not when it comes to those. Because the guy was kind of doing it the right way, you know? I don't know. Maybe it's just me. This looks crazy. What is this? What the hell is this? Oh! Looks like shit. I don't know where that opened. Oh.
I'll speak with them. on Overwatch.
Freedom and justice.
The hell is this?
Investigating alien site.
We're going in.
Boring. Warhammer 40,000 is going to be way better than that. Wastelanders? Westlanders. What the hell is this? Is this a game? I hope this is a game.
We've walked through hell, but paradise is just ahead. The dangerous roads.
This is a game.
We've walked through hell.
Yeah, no, it's Peggy rated pending. So the rating for this game is still pending.
This is just ahead.
The Breach Studios. The hell's this damn thing gonna be rated? E for everyone?
Loved ones along the trail. But hope has never left our side. We face the darkest depths of human nature. The wildlife.
Old bro just got cooked.
The dangerous roads. The beasts of the night. And the angry skies. We knew the West would test us. But the real question is,
God damn, could you imagine actually cutting all that wood down by hand and doing that? Jesus.
can this land become our home?
That's cool. It's on Kickstarter. It's not even like done yet. Damn, 2 days and ain't nothing came out. That looks like a clown. Mutter.
Beckhoff? Is that you? Beckhoff?
Oh, it's stop motion.
Who's a good boy? Mother, I made you soup.
Thank you, my little petal.
Oh, I get it, like mother, but it's mutter. Ooh.
Dad, there's something in here with me. I think it's stalking me.
Ooh. It's because of Little Nightmares, dude. Little Nightmares was able to rake in some money, so now we got all these companies trying to do to mimic the success.
Dad? Man, where is everyone?
The Endeavor has many places to hide, and use the M-bots when you can. Look for radios, and I will reach out to you when I can. They are coming for you. Be safe. Be brave. I love you, my son.
Cool. All right, check out Bigfoot vlog time. Bigfoot vlog time. He tried being a human for 24 hours. Let's see how this goes.
What's up, humans? Today I attempt something dangerous. I studied humans online all night. Rule 1, hide emotions.
Rule 2, wear confusing cloth armor everywhere. This
Cloth
hoodie
armor.
appears designed for smaller mammals, but I feel invisible already. Extremely normal, definitely human-shaped.
Well, that's exactly the reason why I wear that stuff. Exactly the reason why. That's right, man.
All right, civilization, be calm. I mean you no harm. I am simply visiting your flat, loud habitat.
Why is the ground so flat and aggressive? Forests have texture.
It's so hot, too. The ground? Man. Especially that flat ground, that's gray, that shit gets real hot.
This feels suspiciously engineered.
I attempted a casual nod greeting, but my entire body bowed. Dominance lost immediately.
Why does city wind punch harder than mountain storms? This environment is extremely hostile toward chest hair.
Oh, yes, sir.
Snack Oracle. Humans worship this box daily for survival pellets.
I offered currency and it rejected me.
Perhaps I offended its snack ancestors.
Why are these potatoes sweet, crunchy, and emotionally confusing? Humans turn vegetables into delights.
The ceiling eye observes me eating. I feel judged by technology.
It's always judging.
I am performing the casual wall lean technique learned from movies. They have noticed my normal human height. Abort confidence immediately. The metal beast escaped. I did not authorize this movement. Humans hide behind objects constantly, and I am adapting quickly.
Want a custom shout-out, birthday wish, or roast from me? Head to Cameo, link in the description.
Check out Bigfoot vlog time. Bigfoot vlog
Subscribe button and hit the bell for more.
That's right. Hit the bell for more.
This liquid smells like burnt sadness and unpaid bills. I will.
Yo, low key, bro struck a nerve with that one. That is what coffee tastes like.
Become invisible through stillness, like a large, responsible tree. If discovered, I am merely aggressive wind. Humans growl verbally instead of biting. Fascinating, inefficient conflict method.
Right?
That noise was not me. It was emotional air.
Human defense protocol activated. Pretend to be extremely busy and important.
Yes, hello. Tax office speaking. Money discussion. Very urgent. What? Why is the air screaming danger noises? Danger noises. I assumed red meant go faster. This seems poorly designed. Sorry, Metal Horse. I respect your speed.
That is not a friendly voice. That is authority growl.
I am an influencer. Please do not like or subscribe. Nope, this interaction is over.
Bro just took off.
Humans do not like influencers existing near them.
Oh!
The flashing monsters have arrived.
Think human thoughts. Walk casually like nothing's wrong. Hey, stop! They have excellent vision and terrible hobbies.
Yeah?
Too many ceiling eyes. This city is paranoid.
Damn, look at all the ceiling eyes.
Has turned against me. My human disguise has fallen like my confidence.
Emergency escape over human boundaries.
It's a doogie.
Oh no, tiny wolf defender.
Another doogie.
I respect your courage, small warrior.
I offer pea snacks.
Bribery works. Humans trained wolves into accountants.
Right?
Time to return to trees.
Yo, I bet it's so peaceful out there in the middle of nowhere in that forest. I bet it's so peaceful constantly, so quiet. Oh, what happened?
Humans install tiny suns in grass.
Oh, lights, lamps.
Yes, trees. My tall friends.
You know, internet is one of the biggest, the most innovative things of our time. You realize that somebody that has no real world experience can get a camera and play a video game and become a social media, like, entrepreneur? Kind of the same thing with, like, Bigfoot, you know? Like, if there actually was a Bigfoot, if he managed to get his hands on a camera and some internet, he could probably do the same thing out in the middle of nowhere.
What is that angry mosquito?
Oh, it's a drone.
Please respect privacy. Nature wins.
Oh, man, he got it to dupe. He got it to dupe. He's got two of them now. Yeah, he duped
Nature
it.
wins.
Oh!
No more sidewalks. No more ceiling eyes.
He just didn't care about that stick, I guess.
This became a crime documentary.
Removing cursed cloth.
My skin can breathe again.
Why do humans pay for water?
They are leaving.
Humans have screaming lights and dessert snacks.
Bro's like
Humans
shocked.
chase first and ask questions never.
Ask questions you never. Humans scare me more than monsters.
I am logging off humanity. Subscribe for survival advice.
Do not try this at home.
W Bigfoot vlog time. Hell yeah, Bigfoot vlog time. We're gonna move on from this. That should be the end of the video? Yeah. Because this is something else. He usually doubles up on his videos. Oh man, are we ready to get into it? Here we go.
This is blatant transphobia. Joey is purposefully misgendering and leading a witch hunt against a trans woman because it's making him culturally relevant again. Update, he's banned from all gyms. So this is a person right here. I took a ton of naughty photos at the gym today. I have my ankle straps on, my bare feet are sweaty and dirty, and I totally forgot to tuck in my bulge in the open. Oops.
Just a quick update to this video from the other day where this person is filming corn with a P in the women's locker room, playing with themselves, grabbing their bulge, as well as filming OF content out on the gym floor. I followed up.
That is absolutely disgusting. And I don't really care what gender you want to call yourself. If you're doing this at a gym, you need to go. Seriously. It's disgusting. And I love how everyone who wants to defend this, their go-to is that this guy's a transphobe.
At this gym, I also talked to somebody that works there that I'll keep anonymous.
Absolutely
that confirmed
based.
with me that this person has been banned.
Thank God.
This type of content has no place in gyms or any shared public space. So
Absolutely agreed. What if there were kids in that gym and this person was walking around doing that?
if you see this, report it and get them banned from every gym.
Joey Swole is getting a lot of hate by people because he's basically calling them out and holding them accountable. Subhuman scum. Joey is an absolutely worthless individual. Man.
If I had a gym, he can come to my gym anytime. Especially if he's keeping people like this in check. That's disgusting.
The pedophiles found this post. So let's look at this person's profile and see who this is. So we have she, it.
You know what I hear whenever I hear she, it? Shit.
Okay.
By the way, this schizo was also sending death threats to Joey and was quickly suspended.
Good. Get fucked, loser. Get fucked.
Correctly in his first video and then does the transphobic grift 4 days late. Cis women do this literally all the time. And why?
No, they don't. Women don't grab their crotch in public.
Are you on her OnlyFans? The gender T-girl you see on the internet. I don't think these people realize how much damage they're doing to their own cause by defending very obvious bad behavior like this. People are going to think that you agree with it and you're okay with it. Like, there is no fucking need to misgender her and be transphobic towards her on here.
Playing with themselves, grabbing their bulge.
And this is what's funny is that
He didn't even bring the gender thing into it. He didn't. He literally just restated what the post said.
Talk about the actual problem of this person recording pornography in a bathroom they shouldn't even be in. Let's complain about the fact that he didn't use the right pronouns. Leading a harassment campaign for someone for taking private photos in the gym where no one can see is pathetic. Again, these are people that will...
But they're in a bathroom. They're in a woman's bathroom, have mind you. Does nobody else see the big problem here? Like, what? And they wonder why there's such a big backlash and pushback on this.
Defend any time that a trans person does something like this, they will defend it regardless. This is a cult for them. CEO of Gem Positivity when talking about trans women, I am Adolf Hitler. Oh my God.
You know, when you get called that enough times, you just kind of accept it. It makes you want to do it more.
This, you should be registered sex offender? I think you're right. Would I take somebody going into the women's bathroom as a biological male to record pornography of yourself? Would I put that person on a sex offender list without a second of hesitation? This is sick, deranged behavior, and nobody should be putting up with it.
I agree. I feel like if you're going into the women's bathroom and you're recording yourself doing inappropriate stuff like that, And I genuinely think it's just to, you know, fuck around with the women in there. And it's disgusting. And it's predatory in nature. He should be forced, or they, whatever the fuck it is, the shit should be forced to be on the sex offender registry. It's disgusting. Watch this later. So, yesterday Trump did retaliate against Syria, and they bombed the shit out of Syria. I said I was going to keep track of this when it happened. W Trump. We haven't had a lot of those as of the past 2 days, but this one's going to have to be a big W.
News here as we learned yesterday that the U.S. military launched strikes in Syria, and now we're getting some new video in here showing that operation. Putting this up on your screen right now from U.S. Central Command. This was a post to social media saying U.S. forces struck 70 plus ISIS targets in Syria.
70 plus. Yo, what a strike. Oh, damn.
Through strength.
Rip Bozo, rest in piss, you won't be missed. You fuck around with American troops. We take 70. They killed 2 of ours and we took out 70 plus of theirs. Get fucked, losers.
You can see to the left side of your screen there is...
You want to act like a little bitch terrorist and you could fucking die like one.
Still of that video, and I want to put that up on your screen here now. Once again, this was posted just last night. The Trump administration launched military strikes yesterday in Syria to eliminate Islamic State group fighters and weapons sites in retaliation for an ambush attack that killed 2 U.S. troops and an American civilian interpreter almost a week ago. A U.S. official described it as a large-scale strike that hit 70 targets in areas across central Syria that had IS infrastructure and weapons.
Bro, they didn't even see that shit coming. They was just doing their own thing, and now they're dead. Because that's what you fucking get.
Spoke on the condition of anonymity to the Associated Press to discuss the sensitive operation, said strikes should be expected. The new military operation in Syria comes even as the Trump administration has said it's looking to focus closer to home in the Western Hemisphere, targeting alleged drug smuggling boats in the Caribbean Sea and vowing to keep...
Oh, yeah, and Trump also seized his 3rd oil tanker going to Venezuela.
Seizing sanctioned oil tankers as part of the pressure campaign on Venezuela's leader. The U.S. has shifted significant resources away from the Middle East to further those goals. Its most advanced aircraft carrier arrived in South...
See, why we gotta sit here and send troops overseas for 20 years when we could have just done this from the start? Oh, you want to kill some of our men? Okay. We're gonna take out 70 of your fucking targets. 70 of them.
American waters last month.
Damn, bro.
Sea. President Trump pledged, quote, very serious retaliation after the shooting in the Syrian desert.
Dude, I think that it's nice to have Trump, a non-limp dick person, doing something about this. Like, these guys have been harassing Americans for over 30 years now. It's about fucking time. Seriously, why wasn't this done like 15 years ago? I know why. Because of the industrial complex. That's why we had people making a shitload of money off of this.
She blamed the Islamic State.
Look at that. It took one night to take out 70 targets. Bro, boots on the ground is obsolete.
Killed were among
let's be
hundreds
honest.
of U.S. troops deployed in eastern Syria as part of a coalition fighting the militant group. I also wanted to share this post here on your screen with you from Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth. He says U.S. forces commenced Operation Hawkeye Strike in Syria to eliminate ISIS fighters, infrastructure, and weapons sites in direct response to the attack on U.S. forces that occurred on December 13th in Syria. This is not the beginning of a war. It is a declaration of vengeance. The United States of America, under President Trump's leadership, will never hesitate and never relent to defend our people. As we said directly following the savage attack, if you target Americans anywhere in the world, you will spend the rest of your brief, anxious life knowing the United States will hunt you, find you, and ruthlessly kill you. Today we hunted and we...
Damn! Oh! Holy shit, these are the people running the White House? Man, if we can only get these Epstein files up out of here, man, we'll be good.
Killed our enemies, lots of them, and we will continue. We also heard from President Trump last night in a speech in North Carolina, and he hailed the operation as a, quote, massive strike that took out the, quote, ISIS thugs in Syria who were trying to regroup. Syria's foreign ministry, in a statement on X following the launch of the U.S. strike, said that last week's attack underscores the urgent necessity of strengthening international cooperation to combat terrorism in all its forms, and that Syria is committed to fighting ISIS and ensuring that it has no safe havens on Syrian territory, that will continue to intensify military operations against it wherever it poses a threat. IS has not said it carried out the attack on the U.S. service members, but the group has claimed responsibility for 2 attacks on Syrian security forces since, one of which killed 4 Syrian soldiers. So once again, as we shared this news here with you last night on Live Now from Fox, we are now just getting in this video that was posted late last night on social media, as we're now getting a glimpse there at some of the footage.
And look at how, like, accurate those strikes are. They're all, like, right on top of each other.
That operation. We'll continue to follow
That's so friggin' cool. I don't know what it is about that, but that's so cool to me.
From the White House that my producer just put up. That
Yo, W decision, by the way. Get fucked, you losers. So you want to know something? I love it whenever people in America, they're like, well, we need better gun regulations. We need to take away all the American guns. You know that Taiwan has no guns?
Tonight, a horrifying rampage in the heart of Taiwan's capital. Videos show a man dressed in black running through a crowded shopping district in Taipei, wielding a massive knife, indiscriminately slashing bystanders before entering a popular mall, sending terrified shoppers running. Authorities say
Just imagine if one of those people had a gun. Just one of them.
Began his deadly Friday night attack at this nearby metro station, where he threw 5 or 6 smoke grenades. Videos show heavy smoke filling
What's next? You gonna take away all the knives too?
Part of the station, and commuters just feet from the attacker taking shelter in a Starbucks. In this CCTV footage, you can see the chaos and someone falling to the ground. Everybody was panicking, said this McDonald's employee. What I did immediately.
Never play into these weird realities where these virtue signaling libtards and these lobotomites think that taking away guns is going to solve anything. We recently, as of this year, 2025, had a stabber, a serial stabber at a Target that was stopped by 2 veterans, one of which had a gun. So you can't tell me that taking away guns is going to solve a damn thing.
Customers to take cover and hide.
If people want to go out like that, they're going to do it regardless.
This woman says she was among those attacked, saying it did not feel like a slash, it felt more like being hit. Then it really hurt. According to Taiwan's national news agency, 3 people were killed and at least 6 others
3 people were killed. Holy shit.
Hurt, and that the
Jesus.
27-year-old Chang Wen also died after jumping out of a store window. Taipei's mayor says Wen was a wanted fugitive for evading military service. Tonight, Taiwan's prime minister announcing increased security in public areas to calm a nation unaccustomed to violence. Liz Kreutz, NBC News.
There it is.
We thank you for watching, and remember, stay updated on
Here we go. We're gonna start a little bit of the Epstein stuff. There's a lot.
All the materials.
There we go.
Representative Thomas Massey is the original co-sponsor of the bipartisan Epstein Files Transparency Act.
The victims' lawyers have been in contact with me, and collectively they know there are at least 20 names of men who are accused of sex crimes in the possession of the FBI.
Why aren't they in jail exactly?
We get a large production on December 19th, and it does not contain a single name of any male who's accused of a sex crime. Then we know they haven't produced all the documents.
That's crazy for him to lay it on the line like this. Yep. That's a real one right there.
This is a law. There's no.
This guy has been hammering it in for the past 2 days now. And the way he designed that law, the law that, because it's a law, that says that unless there is a threat to national security, unless there is a a valid reason for redactions. And there was another reason. All of the files must be unredacted. And this guy's been keeping in contact with all of the victims' lawyers, and he has a list of names from the victims. And he says that unless these names are on the files, they lied to us. And guess what? Guess what, boys? They had released these files with one victim's names unredacted, and not a single one of these criminal motherfuckers names are on the list. And they've already deleted files that had Donald J. Trump on them that were already viewable by the public, and then they went back and deleted them because it had stuff about Donald Trump on it.
Expiration date on this law. So let's say you have an attorney general who is not in compliance with this law. So if she were to leave, then whoever gets in
He's talking about Pam Bondi. This currently falls on Pam Bondi.
Seat is automatically
so frustrating.
Obligated that day to release the files. What can happen is a new attorney general can bring charges against a former attorney general. And so what you might see is that an attorney general under Trump, if they refuse to produce these materials, then whoever is the next president, their attorney general could bring charges, because the statute of limitations will not have run out on noncompliance with this law. It's unique. It's different than if there were a...
Did you see that smile whenever he said that? He knew that this shit was going to happen.
Oh, everyone knew. Everybody knew. We've been saying this for months. We've been saying this for months, man. You want to sit here and talk about, well, we don't want to hurt the victims. Well, the files don't exist. There are 300,000 files that they released over on Friday. 300,000 files. And you want to tell me they don't exist? Bruh. And then you want to go back and delete files that had Donald J. Trump on them. Come on.
Interesting thing here in this case, Pam Bondi...
By the way, all the files that are redacted did not give a specific reason why, and if you're wondering, they're breaking the law by doing that, by the way. It's a law that was passed that says they must release the Epstein files, and the only reason why they're able to redact names is to protect victims. That's the only reason why.
Has said in her official capacity, not necessarily under oath, we had her saying that there was tons of material on her desk and that she was in possession of it. And then she eventually changed her story to say that there's no material.
How stupid is this?
We know that's not true. We know that she has more material and she's going to have to produce that material. Although that wouldn't necessarily...
So as of right now, all the material that was released on the website, because it was like a .org website, org is government. Or .gov, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, I'm stupid. .gov, government site, is information that for the most part everyone had already seen. And some of the stuff that people hadn't seen about Trump being involved. And they also have files with Michael Jackson where they like blacked out his own kids on there. Like, it's so stupid.
Be illegal. A situation where it is illegal to lie, that is when you come before Congress. And so we had Kash Patel do that. When he testified, he said that there's no evidence in his possession that would implicate anybody else other than Jeffrey Epstein.
Who, if anyone, did Epstein traffic these young women to besides himself?
Himself. There is no credible...
You see, here's what's really fucked about this. Is that because of the redactions they have on these files, and because of the people like Michael Jackson and a few other people that were in these files, they're in a sense all guilty by everybody who's seen the files, because there's nothing that says there isn't. And if there is, it's all fucking redacted information. And that's the problem. You're guilty by association simply because we don't have all the information. That's the problem.
Information that he trafficked to other individuals.
I asked him that question again. I said, you've testified in front of the Senate. I said, have you reviewed those personally? And he said his staff had, and that he trusted them. This sets up an interesting situation because when they produce these materials,
You see, this is the same thing that I always talk about how Karens do this, is that they create these bureaucratic layers of insulation from accountability.
And so have you reviewed those 302 documents that where the victims name the people who victimized them?
If I personally know, but the FBI has.
It's called responsibility.
Even the victims have come forward and they've said they want justice for what happened to them. Like, who are you protecting at this point? Nobody. You're not even protecting the victims. You're making it worse. Hell, you even didn't redact one of the victims' names. What are you doing? What the fuck are y'all doing?
Fusion. Like, in my opinion, it's like if he's doing that, just get rid of him. It's ridiculous that we put up with this shit. Justice Department used victim-style redactions for politically exposed individuals and government officials. If this actually happened, they need to find out the people that did that, and we should try them for treason or sedition. You're protecting pedophiles in the government. If that's not the bar, then what is?
Amen. We have a few of these. We've got updates of updates. We've got a lot. There we go.
Oh, wow. Court documents, DOJ disclosures, House committee oversight.
Aswin was kind of thumbing through the files, and he found one case, one file that said that a 6-year-old child was involved. Very, very uncomfortable shit, guys.
Holy fucking
There were
shit.
pictures of babies, too. I don't know what the hell that's about. Like, the files themselves were very disturbing. Like, they were very... There's some weird shit in there, bro. There's there at the very, like, some of the... Yeah, here's the picture of Michael Jackson, and then for whatever reason, like, they blotted out Michael's kids? Because it's obvious who these are.
Gang's all here. Oh, no.
This kind of looks photoshopped.
Not you, Michael! It's from the Justice Department right here. Man, not a good day to be a Michael Jackson fan, huh? Not a good day to be Bill, huh? Oh my... I mean, it looks like he's wearing pants. With a girl? Is that a girl? Oh, well, that's different. If he's there next to an underage kid. That's a Yeah, there he is. Wow. Bill Clinton sure is in a lot of these, huh? So I guess there's Bill Clinton. I guess that's Ghislaine Maxwell. Holy shit. Bill Clinton and Jeffrey Epstein. That's apparently...
Look at it this way. These motherfuckers have been living the lavish style and doing awful things to children, and now the victims want justice for this. And the government is so busy trying to protect these sickos, these nasty motherfuckers that are living this lavish luxury, this lifestyle, that they can't even see justice. You can't expect your own government to bring these bastards to justice, then the whole thing needs to go. The whole thing is corrupted to a point where it needs to go.
Clinton, I guess that's Ghislaine Maxwell. Holy shit. Bill Clinton and...
There are people that have lived
so I guess there's Bill
for 40 years and never been in a pool like this, ever, in their life. And they dirt poor, can't afford shit. And you got these sick freaks running the government with all these kids involved with all these politically powerful people and all these wealthy people. And nothing's being done about it. Who are the laws really for? Because it sure as hell doesn't seem like they're for them.
Bill Clinton, I guess that's Ghislaine Maxwell. Holy shit. Bill Clinton and Jeffrey Epstein. That's apparent. I think that's Mick Jagger, right? Yeah. Rock legend Mick Jagger was pictured enjoying dinner with Clinton and Epstein. And there's Mick Jagger again. Sophomore.
You see what I was saying earlier about guilty by association? Because of how the redactions are in this, the true information makes everybody condemning. It condemns everybody involved, whether they did something or not.
year. This is a sophomore. He called me in to do massage. There, he put me in a very uncomfortable situation. Oh, Jesus Christ.
So, like, about the book. So there was a book in the Epstein files that was like baby massages. And apparently he used the book, like the baby massage, like how to massage a baby. And he used that to put these kids in these awful situations that it inevitably turned into, you know, Epstein Island.
I feel like the black square there, Bill, could be DJT. You're right. Redacted took pictures of me. That's the main. This is the main thing. So here's one right here. During one of Doe's encounters with Epstein, he took her to Mar-a-Lago, where he introduced her to its owner, Donald J. Trump, introducing 14-year-old Doe to Donald J. Trump. Epstein elbowed Trump, playfully asking him, referring to Doe, "This is a good one, right?" Trump smiled and nodded in agreement. They both chuckled, and Doe felt uncomfortable, but at the time, she was too young to understand why. I mean, I feel like this one's pretty bad. It's pretty fucking bad. I feel like it's so depraved. Like, I mean, this is like a movie or something like that.
What the fuck?
Damn! We on some real Illuminati shit now. Oh, God. Are you guys ready to put the pieces together? Why do you have that? Why is this one of the lists here? Why is this even there? I don't know what to say.
There we go. We got some more right here.
Files. What is this? 16 files from the Epstein files released suddenly vanished from the DOJ's webpage with no explanation?
For context, anyone can fact-check this themselves by visiting the website. One of the files was removed, so you can literally see the file name jumping from 467 to 469. That file was a photo where Trump was featured.
Whoever removed the photos of Trump, like, because they had to, according to the law that was passed, they have to explain why things were redacted. Did they explain it? No.
No. They just keep breaking the law. And you know what's really sad? Is that there would be nothing more that would please the American people than to watch this corruption get locked up, but we ain't never gonna see it, boys. We will sooner see the fall of the United States government before we see this.
The law. Somehow it wasn't redacted enough. Who's ready to see the Epstein files? I feel like Stevie Wonder.
Yep.
Yep. This is the most, how could you catch me with my hand in the cookie jar if I already ate the cookies take that I could possibly fucking imagine? Why would you do this? It's so retarded.
And it gets even worse. If you go to file 1346, there's another different photo of the same desk with the same pictures of Trump on top of it.
They forgot to scrub the Trump photo they removed. Check file 1346.
What a bunch of dumbasses, bro.
1346.
They had these files for 5 years. No, they had it for like 6 now. And this whole time, they had never planned on releasing these files, bro. Never.
What's right there? I'm so confused. It's a different photo than the one they removed. But it's very clearly and obviously the same place. Different photo taken at a different time. Dude, what the fuck? There needs to be an investigation, man. It's like, this is so weird. Like, I'm so sick of reading about this trash. Oh my God, I hate the government.
Get out of my corner!
I hate the government.
Get out of my corner!
Oh my God.
There we go. Like I said, boys, we got a laundry list of this.
The post they made. So they've actually come out. The Department of Justice. The Trump administration is continuing its unprecedented support for the Epstein transparency after the Biden administration declined
If they're giving it the unprecedented transparency, why the hell are there redacted photos and files in there with no explanation? And they have to be damn good explanations from what I understand. And they have to be in that's the other one. The only reason why they could be redacted is if they are currently involved in a investigation. If they have to have an actual reason for their redaction, and it has to affect our national security, which, by the way, is bullshit, but still.
Make any files public. This is obviously a misrepresentation. Trump has gone out and he tried to make the appeal to triviality with Epstein multiple times.
Are you still talking about Jeffrey Epstein? This guy's been talked about for years.
Well, I mean, you can't forget about Pam Bondi saying that they didn't exist, and that first she was saying they were on her desk, and then she said they didn't exist, and now there's 300,000 files, so they obviously existed. So what else are we going to lie about?
You broke the law by not releasing everything. Two main points of contention that they did not follow with. Every redaction had to be explained, and number two, all of the files had to be released. The redactions were not explained, and all of the files were not released.
There's still talk that there's going to be even more files. There's still talk that there are way more files. So they're still breaking the law every day. They said before they were releasing this that they had to hold some of the files. No.
How much more material can we be expected to release? Because this is the big question, right? The Department of Justice has hundreds
all of it. All of it. You have to release all of it. That's the law.
Thousands of pages of material to release, including material that must comply with court orders. The court orders can slow down the Department of Justice's ability to review and redact material, but it will not prevent the release of the material. The Department of Justice has had more than 200 lawyers working around the clock reviewing each individual file for release. This is an arduous process, as each document and photograph must be...
Well, you got 200 lawyers and some of them don't know how to do their fucking job? That's crazy.
Individually reviewed by the DOJ and the Southern District of New York in order for potential redactions and to protect victims or potential victims. So are you telling me that you have 200 people that are on this and this is all you could produce after an entire month? What is being redacted? The Department of Justice is committed to transparency and redacting only what is legally required, identifying information about the victims, minors, or potential victims, as well as privileged material. No redactions have been or will be made to protect famous individuals or politically exposed persons.
Well, they're lying. They literally just lied. Because we just saw that they redacted, they deleted an entire section of PDFs that involved Trump in it. So they're lying.
Why have some photos been released and then removed? Good question. As material is released, the Department of Justice is receiving incoming from individuals alleging to be victims and their lawyers requesting that certain information be removed. Out of an abundance of caution, the material is temporarily removed for review and will be released again with appropriate redactions if legally required. Let me get this straight. So you guys...
It doesn't matter now, asshole. The fucking... I guarantee you a bunch of people just took a... Like... If I was like the schizo like a lot of these people want to be for the government, I would have just sat there until I screen capped every single file. Like, straight up.
200 people working on this, but not only could you not do all the information, but the information that you did do, you did it wrong. This is really good to hear. I highlighted the law for you. No later than 30 days after the date of the enactment of the law.
You don't sound convinced that they are abiding.
No, they are not abiding. Our law trumps the prior law. That's just common sense, Law School 101. Yet Todd Blanche is using a different theory that wouldn't survive first contact with any court.
Okay, what are you going to do about it?
Yeah, that's my thing. Like, they're breaking the law already. It's like 4 days past due. So when are we gonna start rounding these fuckers up, putting them in handcuffs and charging them? Like, let's go. Come on, chop chop. It's been 6 years. Chop chop. Let's go. Let's get these people in handcuffs and start cleaning this corruption out of our government. These fuckers make decisions that affect our everyday life. We need to get these people out of the government.
Force them to comply. I mean, can you do anything?
Impeach them.
There are
Fuck this impeachment bullshit. Put these fuckers in prison. Put them in prison. They're breaking federal laws. Put them in prison.
Several ways to get at this. Some take longer, some are
sick of this shit, man.
The quickest way to get justice for these victims is to bring inherent...
Is to treat one sheep out of the herd. You gotta crucify that one sheep and the rest will fall in line. That's what you gotta do. You're gonna see some of them sheep scatter like roaches when they see that one sheep get crucified. But that's okay, because then you crucify them. Because they the ones that did it. That's how you solve this fucking problem. That's how you solve this. You find one name on that file, and you stake their ass up in front of the White House. And you'll see the roaches flock.
Contempt against Pam Bondi, and that doesn't require going through the court. Basically, Rokan and I are talking about and drafting that right now.
Why do you think he is working so hard not to get them released for so many months? What do you think the real reason is?
I'll tell you the exact reason why. It's because there's a lot of very powerful people in those files, and they're trying to protect them. They're trying to protect these sickos that are running the government. Fuck that, get them out.
Files implicate.
I don't care if it's Donald Trump. I don't care if it's Pam Bondi. I don't give a fuck who it is. Get them out. And if it's past presidents, they need to be locked the fuck up too. I don't care.
Millionaires and political donors. Epstein also had close ties to our own intelligence agencies and Israel's intelligence agencies. That's why,
oh boy,
there's so much effort in trying to stop this. And I do believe they'll try to stop it somewhere else. And that's going to backfire on them too.
Do Better Watch
Is it? Because I don't see anything bad happening to them. In fact, I'm fairly certain they're on vacation right now.
I mean, it's already out there, right? Anything happens to him, I feel like...
This is the reason why we've got widespread violence right here. You can't even trust your own government. Like, come on.
Like, it's just going to radicalize people 1,000 times more.
Yep. I think this is the last video I got for the Epstein files. Let me use the bathroom. I'll be right back. Okay, we bake. All right, let's get it. Oh man, Epstein.
Administration is continuing its unprecedented support for the Epstein transparency after the Biden administration declined to.
Nah, I got no money. Hopefully one day though.
Make any files public. This is obviously a misrepresentation. Trump has gone out and pretended like he didn't know what they're talking about, and he tried to make the appeal to triviality with Epstein multiple times, and it's just so obvious what happened, right? And also, you broke the law by not releasing everything, and they know that. They should get impeached. There should be a level of accountability at the end.
I don't understand this impeachment BS. Trump got impeached and nothing happened. I don't want to see this impeachment. No one cares about that. I want to see people go to jail. That's what I want.
The day you've got to.
We should honestly, unprecedented times should bring like unprecedented punishments. We should bring back the guillotine and do like public executions and like televise it of the senators that are on the Epstein list. That's what we should be doing.
You've got to have head. You've got.
You really want to know what I think?
If things aren't going the way that they should be,
I want to see heads rolling.
They were forced to release them by law. Yes, they were forced to release them by law, and even then, they did not fully comply with the law. There were two main points of contention that they did not follow with. Right. So number one, every redaction had to be explained. And number two,
yeah, we already know they didn't do that.
Was processing Jeffrey Epstein, prosecuting for heinous crimes at the time of his death. The Obama administration declined to investigate Epstein. I mean, I don't know really why. Who knows? Well, actually, wait a second. Wasn't Epstein's trial in 2007? Obama didn't take office until 2009. What the fuck does Obama have to do with this?
I was about to say, I think it was too early. I think I don't really think it was Obama's problem, though. If Obama was involved, then...
Jesus Christ. Okay, anyway, he had two trials.
I love that this is how we live. You realize that we have a government that's so corrupt it's protecting pedos. The average cost of living is a joke. The amount of money everything costs is outrageous. And to boot it all off, remember guys, every president from here on out is going to say that it was the prior president's problem. It was they're the reason why everything's so jacked up. You know? That's always going to be what it is. It'll always be the prior president's fault, right? And we wonder why we've dug it, why we're in this hole.
I don't know if he had one then or not. Was it 2008? Well, Obama wasn't in office in 2008 either. He got the deal in 2008? Yeah, Obama won the election in 2008, but he took office in 2009. Like, the president wins, they win the election in 2000, and usually, in like...
Yeah. We don't need an explanation for this.
For example...
Let's move on from the Obama thing.
They found sufficient for granting the Trump administration standing requests before the courts to unseal the files. How much more material can be expected to release? Because this is the...
How about you? You get all your shopping done?
Question, right? Because I think Ro Khanna said that that it was like 2.5 gigabytes were released, but there were over 300 gigabytes. So, I mean, I think that's a pretty big fucking difference, or 200, something like that.
Damn.
So, yeah. The difference between 2008 and 2025 is like the planet decided to jump off a cliff and protest. Yeah, it's a big difference. And I mean, I think the world always changes, though, to be fair. So how much more material can we expect to be released? The Department of Justice has hundreds of thousands of pages of material to release, including material that must comply with court orders. The court orders can slow down the Department of Justice's
get it done early.
to review and redact material, but it will not prevent the release of the material. The Department of Justice has had more than 200 lawyers working around the clock reviewing each individual file for release. This is an arduous process, as each document and photograph must be individually reviewed by the DOJ and the Southern District of New York in order for potential redactions and to protect victims and potential veterans.
You have victims that are coming forward and saying that they want these people to come to justice. I guarantee you, if you asked these victims, some of them would probably be like, yeah, you can show my face as long as, you uncover these sickos.
Victims and protect victims and guys. You could have gone through pretty much all of this in 1 month. So are you telling me that you have 200 people that are on this and this is all you could produce after an entire month?
Mm-hmm.
Get the fuck out of here. I bet 10 people could have done more than this. This is crazy. They're lazy. So, yeah, after fucking a month, they've created 2 gigabytes of information.
You have to keep in mind that you can tell that the intention was to never release these files. They never intended to release these files. They were going to keep these files buried forever. They never intended on releasing these files, ever.
That's crazy. Should have kept Doge around? Yeah, exactly. AI.
That's great. I don't want to hear him
transparency
drinking.
and redacting only what is legally required. The department is required by no redact. Good quote is abundance of redactions if legally required. So let's all real horse shit to me. Well, anyway, how are people responding? Check that guy's hard drive. I highlighted the law for you. No later than 30 days after the date of the enactment of the law, and then all. Yes, obviously, very fucking true. On what basis was file 468 removed? I don't know. Is Attorney General releasing the appropriate and necessary information? Well, I mean, my opinion is it's no.
Oh, shit! Bro, nobody's believing this nonsense. 3.8% to 96. Dude, no. Oh my god. Holy shit.
Wow. Thomas Massey just announced he's opening up an impeachment investigation into Pam Bondi. Okay, let me pull this up right now. I didn't even know about this.
What are you going to do about it to force them to comply? I mean, can you do anything?
Oh, absolutely. Look, people have talked...
Man, it's a cold day in hell when we can't even get these corrupt officials out of our own government because of how much power they hold. They're literally bending the law around them to suit their own personal goals. And we wondered why nobody was following the law and all these criminals were getting let out. It's because all we have is criminals running the White House. That's why.
And by the way, Todd Blanche is the face of this, but it's really the Attorney General's office, Pam Bondi, who is responsible. And there are several ways to get at this. Some take longer, some are shorter. The quickest way, and I think the most expeditious way to get justice for these victims is to bring inherent contempt against Pam Bondi, and that doesn't require going through the courts. And give her, and basically, Rokan and I are talking about and drafting that right now.
What are you going to do about it to force them to comply?
Jesus. So now they're going in on it. You can't legally force people to comply with an order that endangers potential victims. I'm not saying that's what they're doing, but they claim to be protecting victims with their lawyers. Yeah, they're lying.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're lying. Everybody knows they're lying. Like, what are we talking about? Like, it's obvious they're lying. Like, and here's how you know that they're lying. Because there are previous frames of reference and instances that they were proven to be lying in. Like,
I love that they're constantly trying to use the victims. Like, a lot of these victims have already, hit the power button on their lives, per se. So a lot of them are already, like, dead because of how much this affected their life. The thing is like, at this point, it would do the victims more justice to have these files come out fully unredacted.
For example, them saying, oh, we're out of files. We don't have any more files. Well, if you don't have any more files, what did you just release? Well, it looks like you had more files. You lied.
It was like you had a lot more files.
So there you go. Her having it on her desk. Yeah, exactly. They're framing MJ even after his death. They don't even care about us. Exactly. Yeah, and this is the other thing, too, is that they don't even explain why this happened. Like, this is, again, like, as I said before, like, I've always really liked Michael. And they took the photo of Michael Jackson with his kids right there, and then they blurred it out. They took the photo of Michael Jackson with his kids right there, and then they blurred it out. They blocked the whole thing out, and with his kids, right?
That's
explained
crazy, dude.
Why. They never said why.
You see what I'm saying? Like, whenever you do stuff like this, who are you really hurting here? Like, let's be honest. Who are you hurting?
Sorry, but posting this photo with Michael Jackson and Bill Clinton is going to make people believe that Michael Jackson is a fucking weirdo. And you should not be posting that without any context at all. You shouldn't be doing that. It's crazy. It's a Getty image. It's bad faith. It's massively bad faith. It's crazy, crazy, crazy bad. I think this is the way it is. I remember there's GOP rep last year who tried doing the same to Attorney General Garland and nothing ever happened. It's all theater. Exactly. That's the problem.
No, that's exactly what they're for. Whenever they sit there and block out photos that have already been released prior to this, that's absolutely what they're doing. They're trying to mislead people. That's exactly what they're trying to do. They're trying to make it seem like there's this big scandal, but really they blocked all the ones out that were the scandal. Like, there are actual sections you can go to in the files right now as we speak, and the entire document is just blacked out. There's just... I'm waiting for somebody that's working in that facility to take these files and just release them. I am. I'm waiting for like an Edward Snowden moment. I am 100% waiting for somebody like Edward Snowden to sneak these files out and then fully upload them to the internet somewhere. I am. I'm waiting for it. Or like to release these files to the media. Whoever does that, if you decide to do that, make sure that you tell whoever you're handing these files into that you need to be compensated prior to handing them in. Because you're going to need that money to get out of the country for sure.
And she's right, but she shouldn't be.
It's that simple.
Why do you think he is working so hard not to get them released for so many?
Why do you think? It's because it's got incriminating stuff on it. Duh.
These files implicate billionaires and friends of his and political donors that he's trying to protect.
Mm-hmm.
And Epstein also had close ties to our own intelligence agencies and Israel's intelligence agencies. That's why
there it is.
Oh boy.
There's so much effort in trying to stop this. And I do believe they'll try to stop it somewhere else. And that's going to backfire on them too. And Epstein also had close ties to our own intelligence agencies.
This man's going to turn up dead. I'm going to tell you that right now. This man's going to turn up dead. Mark my words. Before this is all said and done, this man is going to turn up dead. He is pushing it like aggressively. This man is going to turn up dead. Watch.
Israel's intelligence agencies.
Yep.
That's why there's so much effort in trying to stop this. And
wow. And do better watch his back. I mean, it's already out there, right? Anything happens to him, I feel like it's just
low key it would. This would make a great Metal Gear Solid game.
People 1,000 times more. Yeah, I mean that's really what I think. Oh, this is it. Let me watch this. Okay, here we go.
Plus, a bipartisan conversation with the two members of Congress who pushed to pass the law calling for the Epstein files to be made public.
This thing passed everything. It passed all the branches of government. Even Trump signed off on this. What did you think would happen?
The the Trump administration obeyed that law. We'll talk with Kentucky Republican Thomas Massie and California Democrat Ro Khanna. Good morning and welcome to Faces related to the case against.
I think that it was kind of surprising how deranged it was. I do. Like, it wasn't like anything super crazy, but it was pretty bad.
Convicted sex offender and accused sex trafficker Jeffrey Epstein and his partner, convicted child sex offender Ghislaine Maxwell. The Justice Department says that 1,200 names identified as victims or their relatives were redacted, along with materials that could result in their identification.
Nobody is mad about that. Nobody is mad about the every single word on the entire page. Like, come on.
Will the release of the documents satisfy Congress and the political forces who lobbied for their...
You know why it won't? Because you can't tell me out of 300,000 pages, most of it was stuff we already saw, and you can't tell me that out of all those pages, all you have is Bill Clinton, Epstein, Ghislaine Maxwell, and motherfucking Michael Jackson, and some pictures of Trump in there. That's it. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Let's talk about this. Come down to the table. We'll talk about it openly. You really think the Americans are that fucking stupid, huh?
And much more importantly, will it satisfy the survivors of Jeffrey Epstein and their families? The two House members who pushed their colleagues into passing the bill to release these documents, Republican Thomas Massie, who's in Garrison, Kentucky, and Democrat Ro Khanna, who joins us this morning from Palo Alto.
I love how these people could be at each other's throats any second. That's how you know these are good people. Is they going to come together, put their differences aside to deal with the bigger problem, the elephant in the room. Whenever people put things aside to do what the American people want, that's how you know that they're here for America. They're here for America first.
California. It's good to have both of you here. I want to start with you, Congressman Massie, because in these past 48 hours, we have seen the Justice Department acknowledge it's an incomplete release, but they have put out more than 13,000 files. They say more will come. This isn't everything you asked for just yet, but would you acknowledge that they are complying with the spirit, if not the intent of your law?
No.
Yeah, that's what's crazy is, you're right, Waveburn 1012. They did, they blocked out, what's crazy is that picture's already known. Picture's already out, and you could just sit there and zoom it in and block out the pictures of, I believe they're Michael's kids, funny enough, the adopted ones, I think, and you're going to sit there and block out the faces of people who, like, come on. No, it's bullshit. It's a way to mislead people into going down a different rabbit hole. That's what it's about.
No, they're flouting the spirit and the letter of
they
the
are
law.
floundering.
It's very troubling, the posture that they've taken. And I won't be satisfied until the survivors are satisfied. You know,
well, here's my question. How is it that we have over 400 congressmen and we only have 2 fighting for this? What's up with that? We have over 300 congressmen, and why is it that only 2 of them are fighting this so damn hard? Why only 2? Where are the rest of the Congress people at? There should be a goddamn blockade of people on this video call. Why is there only 2 people here?
Said in the hours leading up to this release that we will know if they are complying if they implicate any of the other criminals that are involved and the suspects that are involved.
That's what makes this so crazy, is this guy is keeping in contact with the victims' lawyers that were on these files, and they have a list of names that they want to see on these files because they know for a fact the names are on those damn files. And he said before they released them that if the names aren't there, that we know they're lying. He even name dropped one of them.
Witnesses the victims themselves have given to the FBI, and they've never been mentioned.
Well, there are some disclosures in here that seem new, Congressman Khanna. The documents confirm that the FBI received a complaint about Jeffrey Epstein back in 1996.
I don't agree with that. I feel like if you're going to make it harder, well, I guess it makes sense because like a lot of people that are in like the military, a lot of them get a lot of disability benefits, and some of them, well, a lot of them aren't disabled. So I can kind of see it. I remembered someone talking about that being like, yeah, like everyone just files for disability and gets it after they leave the, well, not like disability, but like, it's not disability. Well, no, I mean, I guess it's technically like military disability benefits. So like it's not surprising to me that they would crack down on that.
Woman, whose name is Maria Farmer, who made that complaint, said
it's like you're not going to get PTSD if you haven't even been on a battlefield. Like, I'm sorry, that's just not going to happen.
Failed to follow up. She said the disclosure makes her feel redeemed.
I don't think that's like federal officials don't follow up with a lot of these things. Like that's just it's realistically it just sometimes doesn't happen. So yeah.
And that this was one of the best days of her life to see these documents made public.
Like I'm just being realistic, right? I'm being
yeah.
realistic.
It's funny. It's funny that you brought that up in Waveburn 1012. You brought it up in the vertical, the vertical stream. I've got over in the other stream, like the standard YouTube stream, because I'm doing both. There's a veteran in the stream, and he said, "Yeah, you're right."
And also, you could say that that's a problem in itself. I'd agree with you, but like, I don't think that in itself is enough to say that for sure it was a conspiracy, right? Just because I've seen how these things have happened myself.
What action do you want taken around a case like this?
That was the single most important disclosure of what we got. I know Maria's sister. She sounded the alarm in 1996. She complained to the FBI. The problem is that Epstein was so connected with law enforcement and powerful politicians.
I mean, let's be honest here. The man had so much money, he owned some of the richest properties in America. He had places all over the world. He had his own fucking island. This man was an scapegoat for some of the most rich and powerful people in the entire world. His job set up, who knows who set him up to do this, was literally to bring these wealthy people and extort them or blackmail them once he got footage of them doing nasty shit with kids. That's why he got to the wealth that he was at. People were paying him to do this. Bro was a tax advisor. You can't tell me a tax advisor can come up with some shit like this. He was led on. And I guarantee you, everything we want to know is in those files. I see you've joined.
For a decade. Frankly, she deserves compensation. She deserves an explanation. But the broader point is, Blanche was on this morning saying that Nancy and I have a problem, that it's taking too long. That's not the problem. The problem is this was a slap in the face of survivors.
Yeah, it absolutely was.
They want to know who are the rich and powerful men who visited Epstein's rape island.
You know what really makes my stomach turn about this? Is that even after all these years, they still won't release these names. And what makes me even sicker is to think that if they did, the likelihood of these people going to jail is next to nothing. That's the sad part. And anybody that is in the United States government that is protecting these people, you need to go to jail too. Obstruction. This is crazy.
And covered up the abuse.
It's so fucking simple, isn't it? It's so obvious what everybody wants. It's not like this is some, what do they want? Nobody knows. Everybody knows.
Oh, damn, we got two workers in chat.
It's fucking obvious.
And the key documents that our law basically said needed to be released, the 60-count indictment that actually implicates a lot of these people.
Keep in mind, this is what he said yesterday, is that 2 of the people that were implicated were named, 58 were not.
And the prosecution memo.
Damn, you know what's crazy? Is they had said that there were, the other guys said that there were 25 people that he knew for a fact were going to be on that file. So you mean to tell me that 2 out of 8, he said 58 people? 58 people. So that means that they have witnesses that are willing to testify in court, speaking to lawyers, name dropping 58 sickos in our own government. Probably not all of them, but there are a reasonable amount of people. They have 58 names. And you know what they should do? They should drop that entire list. They should drop the whole damn thing.
Were named, 58 were not.
And the prosecution memo were not released. It's not about the timeline.
And it's not about, like, you know, it's like you could say, like, oh, 55 were released, 5 weren't. Okay, you know what? But the vast majority were not released.
It's about the selective concealment.
Well, yet, right? The Deputy Attorney General said there are more disclosures that will be made. You believe that they will not release that particular part? I mean, you did give them some leeway for redactions.
You did.
Well, first of all, the redactions were excessive, and even Harvard law professors who have looked at that have said you can't redact internal communications, you can't redact workforce product, and the courts are going to find that these were excessive. But my point, and I'm sure Congressman Massey can elaborate, is that we want the files out. So if our sounding the alarm on what is missing is going to help them get those files out, fine. But this shouldn't be a big document up. There's a pretty simple point. Who raped these young girls? Who covered it up?
You asking me that, or are you asking the... Okay.
And why are they getting away with it?
Isn't it crazy that we live in like an alternate universe where this very simple and very obvious reality is being hidden, obfuscated, and trying to, oh, where'd it go? Where are they? Oh, what is this? It's so fucking ridiculous, isn't it? Oh my God. Drives me crazy.
So you're saying specific things regarding the indictment. Congressman Massey, I saw in a video that you posted,
Wouldn't it be crazy if they got all these victims, or like a majority of these victims that have these lawyers that want these names to come out, to march up to the White House and stand in front of Congress and have each one of them tell their story so they can unredact the parts of the files that involve them? Like everything, like in front of Congress, stating everything that happened to them. Every detail. Wouldn't that be crazy? I feel like that's what's going to happen. It really sucks for these victims. But if they want justice, unfortunately, I feel like the only way they're going to get it is if they do something like that.
You had a very specific benchmark of success here. You said there are at least 20 men accused of sex crimes known to the FBI. How do you know that number? And do you know those names?
Yeah, the survivors' lawyers have told me those numbers, and they've described their professions in general, but they've only given me one of those names, and I mentioned that in a congressional hearing, Jess Staley. So I searched these documents.
Damn, name drop that bitch.
Name, nor did I see 19 other names.
Do you think he's lying? I don't think he's lying.
I don't think he's lying either.
So he literally just named somebody. He said, this is one of the people that should be in it, and they're not in it, so they're lying.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
There it is.
And here's why we shouldn't be optimistic that Blanche or Bondi are going to release these things. They sent a 6-page memo to Congress and said they cited pre-existing laws as reasons that they weren't going to follow our law. For instance, our law requires...
Just so you're aware, on Friday, I think they're on like a 2-week vacation now, Trump announced that he's gonna be doing some kind of Medicare stuff and lowering the prices, and he brought a bunch of like billionaires or millionaires over, and he refused to take questions prior to the Epstein files dropping, right? He refused to take any questions and walked backstage with all these fucking millionaires, or in the Oval Office or whatever, right? I find it very convenient that he's going to be gone for 2 weeks, and most of them are. And They're really trying to act like this shitstorm is just going to blow over once they come back.
Them to release information regardless of embarrassment, but they are trying to say that a previous law prevails when it doesn't. Common sense says it doesn't. The Privacy Act doesn't protect them from that. And then also, as Rose said, internal communications, they're using a FOIA standard that doesn't apply because our law already says they have to give us internal communications.
In terms of the gentleman there you referenced as accused, I mean, being in the document doesn't necessarily prove criminal behavior, right?
Obviously.
And that's the problem, is they're using these other people that are in this document to try and throw people off the trail, to be like, oh, look, we've released all these files and there's people in here that maybe bad guys or maybe not, but we don't really know. But it's like, yeah, because you redacted the parts that would condemn them. You redacted the parts that would say if they're actually guilty of doing something or not. They are, in essence, guilty just by association, which really sucks for them. It does. It sucks.
Yeah, of course.
And in terms
and you're not even releasing the people that did wrong. You know why you're not releasing it? Because you know for a fact that if you release it, that it's going to be even worse because you're protecting these people. They're probably still in the government right now, going to their luxury lifestyles and enjoying the wealth that this country allows them to have without being overthrown by some Somali terrorist that's going to kill them and take all their shit.
The redactions, what the Deputy Attorney General said is that they...
Pretty sure a congressional law outweighs that. Of course it does. Yeah, it's not like...
We're abiding by your law, and also a judge in New York had ordered them to listen to victims. So they're claiming that information that they had initially even published Friday, they had to pull down because they were trying to protect victims. You don't sound convinced that they are abiding by this intent.
No, they are not abiding, and all three judges who released the grand jury material said that our law trumps the prior law. That's just common sense, Law School 101. Yet Todd Blanche is using a different theory that wouldn't survive first contact with any court, which is he's trying to say that prior laws override our law. That's not the way this works.
Okay,
well,
what are you going to do?
If I'm not mistaken, it's because it's like an actual government congressional law
about it to force them to comply. I mean, can you do anything?
Impeach them.
No, impeachment not going to do anything. I don't. Whenever I hear impeachment, I think of Trump's first term, and I think about how he's now our president 4 years later. Like, impeachment doesn't do anything. Put these people in jail. Bring out the guillotine on the White House front lawn and let the heads roll. Like, seriously. Like, this isn't even a question. There's so many people involved in this.
Yeah, put them in fucking jail. What are we doing? I think that there is a growing frustration that a lot of people have, and this is a Democrat frustration.
I don't give a shit who's implemented in those files. They need to go to jail. Could be Donald Trump, could be anybody. I don't care. They need to go to jail, man. Enough of this nonsense. They need jail time. They need to get taken out of their luxury lifestyle and put in an actual federal prison.
Frustration.
And what really sucks is that these rich people like this, those motherfuckers ain't even they're gonna end up like Ghislaine Maxwell. They're gonna end up in like this nice rich prison where they can do like off-site work duty. Like, come on.
Be honest. It's a worldwide frustration. We see crash out protests in Indonesia. We're seeing them in Serbia. We're seeing them in Europe. We're seeing them in America.
You realize that the entire world right now is on fire because of the government corruption happening everywhere? It's not even just happening in America. It's happening everywhere right now. Just recently, the farmers, we covered it on Monday, the farmers rolled up around the EU, or not EU, but in I think it was an EU country at their capital and blockaded everything with tractors and threw potatoes and stuff at police. Like, the corruption is not just our country, guys. It's everywhere right now. The EU's facing it the worst. They're actually having their damn rights taken away.
We're seeing them.
They're getting people voted into office that they knew they didn't vote for.
In Venezuela, but you can't. We're seeing them everywhere, right? All over the world, where you can have any ability to protest. Brazil, Mexico, Nepal, Bulgaria, yeah, everywhere. I think that the internet has given people, because now I think that everybody basically in majority of countries has the access to the internet, right? They're able to see information and see the way the world is. I mean, to an extent, right? Not completely, but like to an extent. And in being able to do that, they realize that they're being run and ruled by a bunch of fucking scammers, clowns, pedophiles, rapists, and demons.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's happening. And they're saying, well, this sucks. This is fucking ridiculous. Why are we putting up with this shit? Right? They're taking bribes. They're taking money. They're living high on the hog. Well, they treat everybody else like actual hogs.
Yep.
That's it. And I think people are tired of it. They're totally tired. Do you think Trump should go to jail right now if something is unredacted and it proves he's a pedophile?
Absolutely. Why the hell wouldn't you want that? Hell no. Put his ass in jail, bro. What do you mean? Why is that even that's such a dishonest question. That's such a dishonest question.
If something was proven, if Trump, so let's think about it theoretically, right? Trump is proven to be a pedophile by this. It's dead to rights, 100%. Should he go to jail? Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Like, what do you mean? Like, obviously, yeah, duh. What do you want, a fucking pedo? And also, here's the other problem, is that if you don't send him to jail, you sacrifice the rest of his term to just being garbage. It would be better for Trump if he went to jail. It would be better for us, not for him. It'd be better for us. If
then J.D. Vance would take over. Like,
to jail, because then at least J.D. Vance could get rid of the fucking the baggage of Trump.
Yep.
Like, that's it, because really,
I mean, recently he got online and some guy died that was talking shit about Trump. And he got online and was like, oh, he said, thank God or whatever. And it's like, dude, why would you say that? Why would you say that? Come on, man. You're a fucking adult. Like, whatever happened to acting like a damn adult? Seriously, like, it's such a huge problem with this country now. Like, people that they want to act like they're still kids. And it's like, dude, you're an adult. And especially in these, like, jobs like this where you have to face not just yourself, but you're supposed to be the face of the people that voted you in. Act like a fucking adult, man.
So much baggage with this guy. Like, I think he's really funny. There's a lot of things that he does that I agree with, I think are great, but not everything. And it's like there's a lot of good and there's a lot of bad. I like them.
I already have a Discord server. It should be in the description of the live stream, funny enough. You could recommend videos depending, like, try to stick to the flow of, like, the rest of the videos. I'm kind of, like, dragging my feet when it comes to reacting to newer videos of people. If you make videos, I'll even react to your stuff. So, like,
deportations, I like, X, Y, and Z thing. But the amount of, like, baggage and, like, just unnecessary bullshit that we have to deal with because of Trump is, like, I mean, for a lot of people, it's too much.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want to deal with somebody who's constantly going on Twitter talking about how he's, like how some guy that got murdered with his wife, he's bringing up the fact that, like, oh, he didn't like me, and so he had TDS, and, like,
yeah, this guy
here. Like, what are you doing this for? Why are you doing this? So I think absolutely you should go to jail. And by the way, everybody thinks this.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the only people that don't think this are, like, 5 mentally ill people on Twitter because they think that any accusation against Trump is just categorically illegal. And
it's the same thing with, like, all the issues that we've been having in America. It's like, just because you go against, like, a few things that a political person says just makes you the opposing. And it's like, it's so stupid. I'm so sick of this all or nothing bullshit. Like, come on.
Categorically a lie. That's it. It's the baggage and personality. J.D. Vance is a perfect successor. There's zero dirt on the guy. Well, besides the sofa thing. But yes, you're right. And I think that's the main thing. Bro, Vance is a pedophile too? Yeah, everybody I don't like is a pedophile. Well, that's good. Now, at least
same thing with everyone who goes against trans stuff. They're Nazis, right? Come on.
Nazi anymore. And so my point is that basically, yeah, I think so. If theoretically, like if it was proven that anybody in government was one of these weirdos, like a rapist, like, yeah, they should instantly go to jail. Absolutely. Like, imagine having another take. Imagine thinking, no, it's a good idea for us to have a pedophile president. Even if you agree with Trump, you shouldn't want that. Because if that's the case, you know that from now on, supporting or agreeing with him in any regard will be seen as supporting a pedophile. So nobody will ever support him. Nobody will actually do anything. He'll only be the president in name. And nothing that he wants to do will get done. So even if you don't agree with, like, you know, you hate Democrats, you should still want to get rid of this guy. Because in order, like, purifying your own, you know, group of, I guess purifying your own group of people could sound racist, right? But I'm talking about ideology here. Is that keeping that ideology pure and not having it be polluted by bad actors or by, you know, criminals or something like that is necessary. It's fundamentally necessary. And if you don't do that, you're going to have a lot of problems.
Absolutely. Look, people have talked about, and by the way, Todd Blanche is the face of this, but it's really the Attorney General's office, Pam Bondi, who is responsible. And there are several ways to get at this. Some take longer, some are shorter. The quickest way, and I think most expeditious way to get justice for these victims is to bring inherent contempt against Pam Bondi. And that doesn't require going through the courts. And get her... And basically, Ro Khanna and I are talking about and drafting that right now.
Okay. Well, I mean, on another network this morning, Democratic Senator Tim Kaine said impeachment or contempt, it is premature, Congressman Khanna. And the deputy...
It's premature? Shut up, retard. He's a bald, fat retard. I know who Tim Kaine is.
Attorney General said bring it on. They don't seem to be taking this very seriously, and if you just don't have the math in the Senate,
there's the Discord link.
At least now, this Democratic senator not being convinced,
He's not bald.
Doesn't that sort of show that you're at the limit of pressure?
No, we only need the House for inherent contempt, and we're building a bipartisan coalition, and it would fine Pam Bondi for every day that she's not releasing these documents. I'll tell you why. I've talked to the survivors, why this is such a slap in the face. One of the survivors said they released her name accidentally. But
okay, he's not totally bald and he's not that fat, but I mean, if I looked like that, I'd think I was fat. And if I had this is, look at this, guys. Look, see? See that right there? That's worse than me.
Still have not released the FBI file about the people who abused her at her request. And the problem here is that there are rich and powerful people. We all know this. There are 1,200 victims. They're rich and powerful people who either engaged in this abuse, covered it up, or were on this island. And what the American people want to know is, who are these people? And instead of holding them accountable, Pam Bondi is breaking the law. And this is the corrupt system, the Epstein class that people are sick of. So I believe we're going to get bipartisan support in holding her accountable.
What's even crazier is she can't even if this is out of her hands and they won't, like, the people around her won't allow her to release stuff, if she steps down and somebody else gets into that position, they could still prosecute Pam Bondi for failing to release these documents the way they're supposed to. And it will literally, it's like a domino effect. If the person that steps down after Pam Bondi doesn't do it, then both of them can be charged by the next person and the next person and the next person, and it can literally just keep going indefinitely. Because it's a law. It has to happen. It doesn't matter who's in charge. They are required to release this.
And a committee of Congress should determine whether these redactions are justified or not.
Sometime in January when you all come back, I assume that'll happen.
Bro, what kind of, like, that'd be a crazy headline. Donald Trump arrested, Pam Bondi arrested for failing to release Epstein documents. Then you got J.D. Vance that takes over the United States government, gets sworn in, and then, like, he actually releases the documents because it doesn't have anything condemning on him.
I want to ask you, though, Congressman Khanna, there have been images released in the past 48 hours. Some of them include former President Bill Clinton. There's at least one image of Donald Trump. I should say neither man has been accused of any wrongdoing related to Epstein, though they clearly knew him. But since Friday's publication, we're showing the image here now. One of the pictures was pulled down. There were 15 images total that were then redacted from the DOJ website. And it's kind of hard to see, but it's an open drawer with a photo of President. I think that was pulled down because the Deputy Attorney General, or somehow their integrity was being compromised by having that image published.
Well, I'm less concerned about that photo. I don't know the facts. My concern is the major documents that we know are out there that haven't been released.
He's right that the photo is kind of a red herring. It's not indicative or anything of anybody.
The real issue is that there are documents with a lot of condemning evidence that once released will ruin people in the government. Those are the documents these guys are going after because they know that the eyewitnesses and the victims know for a fact that there are documents that exist and pictures and evidence that exist that will condemn people, and that's what they want, and that's what they're not releasing. That's the big problem, is that the evidence that will put these fuckers in behind bars is the evidence that they are refusing to release.
It's just a photo of a drawer of Trump with some... In my opinion, it's not the photo that's crazy, it's the fact that you got rid of it. That's the thing to me. It's like all of this stuff, it's like being like, something.
You remember what I had said originally with Hassan? The Collargate situation where he shocked his dog? If Hassan had just come forward, because it's perfectly legal to use a shock collar in the US, and said, yeah, my trainer said to use it, so that's what I've been doing with it. My bad, I won't use it again if it gets you guys and it hurts y'all's feelings. I won't use it, right? If he had done that, as opposed to acting like it never happened, as to breaking the barbs off of it and then putting tape over it, if he had just come forward and done that, he currently wouldn't be in a downward spiral. It's the same thing. Like, it's not that they released the photo, it's that they redacted it. They deleted it.
Interesting to me. Why are Americans so low IQ with this? The rich and powerful people do not matter. This is the way bigger than those people, and the implications are insane. Well, it's because people are tired of it. And that's what I was saying before, is that people are tired of this worldwide. They're tired of a global boomer hegemony that puts the needs of young people last.
And that's the real problem, is like, we got all these old limp dick ass Viagra eating motherfuckers in our governments all across the world that are so disconnected from reality that they're just lining their pockets with insider trading and don't give a fuck about their people. And what's going on here is you're seeing worldwide, people are tired of seeing these wealthy motherfuckers running their governments into the ground. And they're suffering because you used to go to the store with $300 in food stamps. You could buy like fucking 3 carts of fucking groceries, right? This shit lasted forever. Now, whenever you get $300, you can maybe get like a cart, and you're lucky if you get that. Most of it you can just walk out of the store with in hand, and that's $300 down the drain. Like, it's no wonder why everyone's so sick of this. Like, you've got people passing laws for the internet that have never used, like still asking their grandkids what the hell they're supposed to do to download a PDF. Like, and you want this person to pass laws? Yeah, that's why I'm saying we need term limits on everything that goes into government. You get rid of all this corruption, all this insider trading. You won't get rid of all of it. You'll get rid of most of it, though. Get rid of all these people that have been holding these seats for like generations now, and get new young people in there that know about what it's like out living in New York, or out in Texas or Chicago with all the crime. Like, no, man, like, this is crazy.
Tries to consolidate power and hold on to it as long as humanly possible, and then figures out every way to scam young people, make their lives worse.
And you can't tell me, oh, well, we don't need term limits because we want to keep people that know what they're doing in the office. Then why is it that I was a firefighter and I couldn't afford a fucking house, making $60,000 a year? I couldn't afford a fucking house, and I'm out there risking my life for people? Come on. And you want to tell me they know what they're doing? Bullshit. Bullshit. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. They haven't for years now. Why do you think the country's in the shithole that it is?
And just in general, fuck over everybody for no reason. That's that's what it is. Identity politics, yes. And so this is a worldwide. It's not like in America. It's everywhere.
It is everywhere. That's the problem.
60-count indictment that shows massive financial fraud and foreign interference. The prosecution memo. And look, they put out.
And I guarantee you, there are foreign countries that have these documents fully unredacted, and they're using this to blackmail them. We may even be using this shit to blackmail other countries, like wealthy and political people. But at the end of the day, the American people all voted. They all want the same thing. All the branches of the White House want the same thing. So why don't we just go on and release them files? The victims want the same thing too. Maybe you should keep their best interest at heart.
Pictures, but they're allegations that they're foreign governments that potentially were involved.
Which ones?
And that all needs to come out. And it needs to come out in the indictments. It needs to come out in the prosecution memos. But the reality is they put out these pictures for Bill Clinton. Fine, put it all out, but don't distract from the fundamental issue, which is who are these powerful people who visited Rape Island? I mean, there are 1,200 victims.
Damn.
It defies common sense that it was just Epstein and Maxwell.
1,200 victims. 1,200 victims.
Exactly. It's completely irrational to think that it was just those two people. Like, the people, if you believe that, you're retarded.
Mm-hmm.
They're hiding something. And you know why the American people are so upset? My X account had MAGA supporters supporting me for the first.
It's not the thing is that it's not MAGA. It's not Republican or Democrat. Like this is a big issue. Period. It's things like
I love that they try to classify MAGA as being bad. Make America great doesn't necessarily mean that you're for Trump. It means that there are a bunch of Americans out there that are tired of working themselves for 12 hours a day, 6 days a week, and not being able to afford food and fucking rent. That's what that means. It means that people are desperate for change. They are so desperate, they're willing to try anything. That should be your first red flag, United States government. At what point do they start marching down fucking Washington and beating down the fucking White House door and dragging people out? It's not like you guys didn't have plenty of time to fix this problem. You had plenty of time. You know what's crazy? Is I would work 107 hours a week whenever I worked at the fire station, and because the taxes were bending my check over and raping them, I made less money than if I had worked only like 70 hours. That's what's crazy. And you want to sit here and tell me that the people in power know what they're doing? Yeah, they know what they're doing. They know how to line their fucking pockets.
Making sure that the country has a military, figuring out how to make the roads work. This is a problem that media has created where every single fucking issue has to be divided by party lines. And people invent these alternate realities that every single problem has a 50% ratio of people that like and don't like it. It's fucking ridiculous. There are a lot of issues that I think most people agree on, and just because the other side that you disagree with thinks it's good, that doesn't make it bad. It's just it's caveman thinking. I support the guy on this. Unfortunately, nothing else. That doesn't matter. It doesn't. You should get used to doing that. That's what normal people do. Work together in times that you can find common ground, and you can argue in times that you don't. That's normal. You don't have to. Not everything has to be all or nothing.
Thank you.
Time saying, Pam Bondi whiffed, according to Susan Wiles. She is breaking the law.
Well, that's the reason why we can't get any of these bills to pass. It's like you got all these things in one bill. Oh, we're gonna bomb Syria. We're gonna create universal health care. We're gonna send $2 billion to. Actually, here's a better one. We're gonna send $2 billion to the terrorist Iran. We're gonna bomb Syria. We're gonna fucking I don't know. We're gonna make a an institution where you can go and collect $200 for any child you own, you gave birth to or whatever, $200 a week. And if you don't want the other two things, then, and if you don't want that, then that means that you don't like kids. And it's like, dude, come on, really? Like, how do we come to that conclusion whenever you've got, let's send $2 billion to terrorists and then bomb Israel? Like, come on.
Be held accountable.
Yeah.
You're referring to the Vanity Fair quote that the chief of staff gave, saying the whiffed, and she said that Pam Bondi gave them binders full of nothingness, and then when it came to the client list, she said it was on her desk. There is no client list, quote, and it sure as hell wasn't on her desk. Do you see that as an acknowledgement here, though, that the politics have overtaken the substance?
Something's wrong. Everybody can tell.
I feel like they should be force taxing these wealthy people that have all this money. They don't ever use it. All they do is hoard it. We should be taxing the shit out of them. Like, to the point where they are funding, like, to give you an idea, a company, I think it was it was a company, I don't know, I don't remember what it was. They advertised for $500 million last year. Their advertisement cost $500 million. That is enough money to give the 300. Let's go with a bigger estimate. 400 million people in America, $1 million each, and they'd still have cash to burn. Think about that. On advertisement.
Something's wrong. Different people have different guesses on what's wrong and why it's wrong. But everybody knows something is wrong.
No, for us, it's about the survivors. And if you look at Thomas Massey in my comments the morning of the release, we were giving Blanche...
And I agree with you, Nigel. The rich people should be paying for our health care. You know why? Because I know there's going to be a rich little dumbass. Oh, well, they got their wealth. And you know why they got their wealth? It's because they don't have a warlord breaking down their fucking door, dragging them out, decapitating them, and taking all their shit. Our American laws protect them. This country protects them. If you had that in Africa, your ass would be dead. You're here for a reason. Help the American people. Stop hoarding it all.
Benefit of the doubt. We said if it's not all there, fine, just get the information out.
Yeah.
It's when the survivors said that this is an insult, this is a slap in their face, that we aren't getting the truth about who these men were on Rape Island, that we started sounding the alarm. And this is more documents of nothingness. And I guess the question is the petition. Get protected. Who has this kind of...
People involved in those initial investigations down in Florida re-examined and possibly...
Like, well, what do you mean? Like, yeah, of course. Like, did they do something wrong? Like, yeah.
Come out. What we're seeing is survivors' names come out, but not the men who abused them. And instead of holding elites accountable,
yeah, this is the thing that people said with the Maxwell trial with Ghislaine Maxwell. That basically, how is it that this woman is being charged for human trafficking, but we don't figure out who she's trafficking to?
Pam Bondi is breaking the law.
Well, we will see when you gentlemen come back to work sometime in January.
I don't agree with this. If you are a senator or you're the president of you don't get vacation, motherfucker. What you talking about? You're supposed to be running the country. You got you have single-handedly the most important job in the world is running the American government. Bitch, you don't get a vacation. If all these hard workers like what I was doing in the fire service, I didn't get a fucking day off on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day and Thanksgiving, bitch, you don't get one either. How is it that you collect all this money and you go on vacation so fucking much? Fuck that, man. Fuck that.
Next measures are, it sounds like you've made it clear you're moving action against the Attorney General. Thank you both for your reaction today.
I think it has to be faster.
I don't even remember the last time I took a fucking vacation. It's been over 5 years now. Well over 5 years. And you want to sit here and tell me that these motherfuckers get like a fucking month off like it's school? Nah. Hell no. You're supposed to be running the goddamn country. What you mean?
To do this as soon as you possibly can. Like, you can't let this sit around, because then they're going to try to stall it out. Then you're going to have the attention be taken over by midterm elections, and
they need to be down. They need to be down on that White House floor, passing individual bills and laws every single day, and that shit needs to be televised.
Displaced. I mean, really, Republicans should want to put this issue to bed before the, before the midterms happen. Like, it's the best possible thing that Republicans count: indictment, 82-page prosecution menu, and the Epstein FBI files. Yep, there we go. And the Department of Justice previously stated, we will bring charges against anyone involved in the trafficking and exploitation of Jeffrey Epstein's victims. We reaffirm this commitment, and we ask any victim to please come forward with any information pertaining to...
Oh, bitch, please. That's crazy. We covered that for so long, dude. Hold on. Let me see. There was something. I guess he didn't cover it. I mean, I know he covered it for a fact, but I don't know if he uploaded it. It doesn't look like it. That's fine. So, everyone's wondering where Hassan's dog went, right? It's not just me. Because, like, it hasn't been there in a while.
Because he's fucking seeing the tea leaves, okay? That's the other thing. Just like with Israel, Asmongold, who spent the last 2 years consistently complaining that I and many others needed to be deplatformed.
He didn't backtrack. Asmon didn't backtrack. He said from day one, if Trump was in the files, he wants them to get locked.
We were anti-Semitic terrorists. Has now turned around and is like defending Puka Nakua and saying like the primary responsible. The primary party responsible for anti-Semitism growing in America is Israel. It's like, bitch, that's my take. You called me a fucking anti-Semitic terrorist for that for 2 years. Asmongold is backtracking his support for Trump and Israel as their approval nosedives. Despite a year of daily praise, Asmongold now claims he never trusted Trump. And he says protecting Israel is America first.
Never what he said. Trump has done some good things, yeah. But he said the same thing that I say, and that is that if doesn't really matter what's going on. If he's in the files, he needs to go to jail. Like,
despite prior calls for protests to be jailed, protesting Israel's America first. Despite prior calls for protests to be jailed and deported, are people that I've seen defending Asmongold being like, "Well, he changed his mind." No, he didn't. You fucking idiot. Last week he was still saying, "I'm the primary vector of anti-Semitism growing on this platform."
Where's the dog? What dog?
Where is that clip at?
My opinions didn't change.
Yeah, I might have to file a complaint. Like, I subscribe, I pay money, I tune in for the dog isn't there. It's just fucking crazy. Like, it needs to be done.
One must ask a question.
Oh my god, dude.
Matter of fact, yo, I used to pay $5 a month for subscribing for the dog. I show up to the stream, the dog is there. I like the dog. I like that. I like the dog. Dog is there. Cool. It makes my day. He says I tune in. The dog is not there. I'm done. I'm not subscribing anymore for this. That's how it's gonna be.
I guess that's just $5 a month Hassan won't be getting, huh?
A shit ton of people in my
community.
Where
the fuck is the dog, man?
After October 7, we're like, fuck you. I don't want to hear from you.
Oh my god, dude. So I guess Pokimane doesn't care about victims?
on the TikTok.
What happened to bullying victims, Pokey?
And ask me about the situation, what happened. And the reason why I'm saying this, by the way, is not to like throw
what?
Pokey under the bus in any way, shape, or form, but because she also made it publicly known in her TikTok that she had spoken to me. She put it as a TikTok comment that she's spoken to the parties involved. So I don't feel like I'm saying anything that like she hasn't already said herself.
Chat, is this the guy that was full of cat hair at the party, Chat, that I called
Hey,
or was that somebody else?
Thanks.
I'm bad with names of OTV people.
What about a scary
Chat,
game?
that was somebody else, wasn't it? Who was that?
XQCL.
But she did reach out to me in October.
No, it was a different
asked
guy.
me
Chat,
what had happened,
slot
basically,
machine van from
because
Pimp My
apparently he
Ride?
said that he didn't cheat and whatever else that they discussed. I don't know. To which I sent her a really long message.
57 months.
Oh my god, this girl is rambling.
More casually because I'm just speaking to her. But yeah, so I basically told her everything, and her response was obviously essentially that it was horrible what happened to me and how he was.
This is stupid
obviously
drama. This is stupid. I don't know. Let's see. Oh yeah, these are the kind of people we have on our streets. Hold on. Let me use the bathroom right quick. Hold on. Let me use the bathroom.
New video shows the shocking attack on an elderly woman standing outside the King County Courthouse. A man armed with a board that had a spike through it hit the 75-year-old woman in the face.
What the fuck?
This guy had been in and out of the county jail so many times they knew him by name. And their excuse was usually he punches them.
Her. Campbell's Jeremy Harris spoke with the woman's family.
What the hell?
Disturbing details about the suspect's reputation for attacking people on 3rd Avenue in downtown
So
Seattle.
he has a reputation for attacking people?
And a spot.
See, this is the stuff. Why can't we have Palantir just fucking triangulate this guy and then just arrest him? Like, this is the kind of stuff we need to use this mass surveillance for.
No. What should be happening is whenever the police officers arrest him for the 5th time for punching somebody in the face on 5th Avenue, they keep him in jail.
Yeah, oh, there he is. Go get him. Human batteries.
When she was attacked. Now, I just got videos through a public records request that show what happened. We're going to pause the video before she's actually hit. But what really stood out to me was from police body camera video showing there were obvious warning signs about this suspect before the attack.
Wow.
It's just before noon on December 5th outside the King County Courthouse in Seattle. That 75-year-old Jeanette
It's in Seattle. What a surprise.
Stick in his hand went out of nowhere.
Jesus.
Jeanette
Who
is
does
knocked to the
this?
ground. Bystanders take a picture of the suspect, then rush to
And he
help.
just walks away.
Mm-hmm.
He just walks away. Look at this.
Help Jeanette.
He had a metal spike in that bat, by the way.
The scope of what happened wasn't clear yet. Police arrested Pea a block away and found the weapon, this wooden board with a screw through the end of it.
Yep.
Police say that screw went through Jeanette's eye.
He's a regular.
He's a regular. He usually punches. He's a regular. He usually punches.
I guess today he decides to escalate things way worse than his usual.
You know, last time I checked, laws were put in place as preventative measures. What are we doing? He's just casually talking about it as this lady lost that eye, by the way. She will no longer have that eye, and then she's gonna have to go through reconstructive surgery from what they told her.
We have to put these police officers in jail.
I agree.
We do.
Yeah, I agree.
They have to go to jail.
I don't even care if it's their officers. If it's like the supervisor above them is telling them to do this, I don't care. When you start putting these people in jail that have failed every single part on that command list, and people start leaving the stations and they start changing things, that's whenever this stops. The fact that you're even compliant with this is disgusting.
It's not enough to put the people that are criminals in jail.
Mm-hmm.
We have to put the people that enabled them in jail too.
Yep. Lock the judge up, lock the district attorney up, lock up the police officer that knows about this, because they're complying to it. They're complicit.
It has to happen. The judges, all the way to move every single individual cell. I know it's not fair. I do it anyway. Complying with this, even worse, because you have to show people that even complying with this, even being complicit in something that's like this, will earn you jail.
Good.
I would do it because it's unfair.
Yep.
It has to happen. It has to happen. And if you don't do that, the problem is that people won't be afraid.
Mm-hmm.
You have to make these people afraid for what they're doing. This is crazy. So fire.
Medics race her to the hospital. It becomes obvious police know Folly Peo well.
Yeah, suspect's ID. He's being searched right now. Yeah. You know him?
Oh, he's notorious for random assaults on 3rd.
He's notorious for random assaults on 3rd. Yeah, these people need to go to prison. They do. They've got to go to prison. I mean, there's no other way to handle it. You don't understand police work? The problem is that I don't care.
Yeah.
See, you think that like you're going to explain it to me why it's not actually their fault. Here's the difference is that if you put the individual police officers that were not arresting these people and enabling it to happen, if you put them in jail and you did this on a mass scale, every other police officer in the country would be terrified of having that happen.
Let me tell you something. I became a firefighter to take advantage of the work schedule they have, which is 48-96, 2 days on, 4 days off. I got hired at a station that worked you 24-48, which would have been fine. It means that you have 1 day on, 2 days off. But the issue is that nobody stayed, and because nobody stayed at that station, they kept forcing hours. Like, I was working like 24-hour shifts, sometimes 5 days straight, 6 days straight. And the issue is that it wasn't just me who felt this way. I would sit down at a table and we would start talking about it, and everybody but like maybe one or two of captains that worked at the sister or the main station, even my captain that I got hired under, said the same thing. We need to get rid of the schedule. And I find out that this is the reason why I stood up for myself, is because I find out that this is normal at the station. I had people in my first week of being there saying, I can't wait for these newbies to get on shift so that way we could have a little bit of days off. The schedule, it was so bad there. And I got hired with a group of 5. Me and one other person were the last one there after the first week, because they kept forcing hours like crazy. And it's so bad that they're talking about writing down the captains into the chiefs into the captain's position, and the captains riding down into the firefighter's position, which is bad. That's how fucked you know that place is. But I find out after, all this fucking time that I'm going to be forced to work. They work me Thanksgiving, they work me Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and New Year's. I have no days off, and nobody does, by the way. Nobody does. They're forcing fucking everybody. I fucking blow a gasket because the day before, I think it was like that week, just before Christmas Eve was rolling around. It was I think it was like Saturday or Sunday of that week, and then Christmas was going to fall on like a Thursday. They took away my Christmas Eve, and I blew a gasket, bro. And here's the kicker. They gave me that day off, sure. But then he brought me in, gave me a verbal write-up, and said, I had to shut down a ladder truck because you didn't want to work that day. And I thought to myself, you're blaming your schedule is the reason why you can't keep people. And you're sitting here trying to blame me for something that I don't want to do. And I thought to myself at that moment, I was like, yeah, I feel bad for blowing up at because the fire chief that was there that day, he was great. He was an awesome guy. And I did apologize to him because I even said that whenever I was kind of like blowing my gasket. I was like, this isn't directed towards you. This is bullshit. And you know what's crazy is that whenever I did that in front of all the firefighters. I didn't go off to a side room and pull the fire. No, I did that in front of everybody. I said, this is bullshit. You can't even keep people at the stations because you're forcing people to work all these. How is anyone supposed to have a normal life? How is anyone supposed to raise kids whenever you're stuck at a fire station 24/7 constantly? How are you supposed to do anything? And you want to sit here in front of me and two other fire chiefs and try to blame me for your schedule? Yeah, man, I'm the reason why your ladder truck got shut down, sure. And by the way, here's my resignation. The moral of the story is that if you don't agree with something that's going on at your job, regardless of what it is, remember this, it's a fucking job. And 2 weeks notice, that's a courtesy. I gave them my 2 weeks, and they were the dude was going to ask me the last day that I was working. He was going to try to hold me over. And I said, fuck no. They so hurt for people that I was working the last 3 shifts with either COVID or the flu. That's how hurt for staff they were. Nah, man. At the end of the day, if you know you're doing something that's wrong, like working that many hours, we caught fires, we did stuff. And you mean to tell me that you're not expected to be exhausted at a certain, even military people have that. They get exhausted. It happens. And you want to sit here and tell me that just because they're police officers that, well, it's just their job. And yeah, it is just their job. Sure. But to what extent are you complicit with this? Because the way that station was going, I'm like, someone's going to die because of this. Someone's literally going to catch a fire. They're going to be too exhausted and they're going to die. I didn't want to be a part of that. Fuck that. And you know what? It's disgusting. Instead of trying to run it like an actual place that's supposed to be doing specific things, like your firefighter is supposed to be well rested. Well, it's kind of hard to be well rested whenever you are catching fires throughout the night, throughout the next day, throughout that night. When do you ever actually get time to actually fucking sleep? Like, come on.
Happen to them, and they will openly defy.
It's the same thing with this. Like, if you're being complicit with a station that is allowing these people to get locked up and released, you need to find a new place to work, buddy. Seriously.
Their superiors. And if they don't defy the superiors, they'll quit the job. And if they quit the job, then the entire thing turns to chaos.
Exactly what was going on at that station.
And it shows that these people are problems anyway.
Yep.
So again, that's what you have to do. And I know that you're going to have collateral damage. That's fine. Like, it's more important that the people that live in the country and the cities are safe. That's it.
That's right.
Take out the superiors. You do everything. You go all the way. You go up and down.
Yep.
The problem is legislation on judges.
I didn't want to be complicit with that station's, like, fatigue system. Because, like, let's say that you did have a natural disaster. Bro, them firemen are going to be too tired to do anything. They're going to be dead weight. Just because you're able to sleep at the job doesn't mean you're still not fatigued. Like, Jesus Christ, this is a job. It's not the actual military. It's paramilitary, sure. But it's only like that because you want a chain of command system to help people get home to their families. Well, what's the fucking point of doing all that bullshit if you're too fucking tired to put out the fire? Like, seriously.
Not letting them arrest the homeless?
Goddamn, you're not a fucking robot. You're not a machine. You're a fucking human being. Stop treating people like fucking machines, bro.
And it will never change unless you hold those individual people accountable.
Exactly. And you know what's crazy is I had captains saying, "Yeah, we just got to outweight the head chief, right? We just got to outweight him. He's older anyway. You know, he's gonna kick the bucket anytime." And it's like, why? For somebody else to be put in the same position and be stuck with this stupid schedule? No, man.
Who is doing the evil? They are doing the evil. I don't care who told you to do it. You're doing it.
Thank you. Like, whenever I went to college, they told us that they did 24 48s. They got away from it because people were dying. They got away from it because the fatigue from people dying made it almost impossible to maintain that schedule. So they went to a 48-96. 2 days on, 4 days off. Like, nah, dude, like,
Did they go to jail? Exactly.
And I knew just based on everything that I was being told from my academy, I was like, this is bad. The way they're running the station, somebody's going to get fucked up.
Been quit, then it'll immediately turn the entire thing to chaos, and nothing will work properly, and they'll have to fix it. Exactly. That's the point.
Court records show Peya had multiple prior convictions for assault, including stabbing someone 8 times at a party.
Was that?
Nah, you're not fucked with lore.
And it's not her responsibility.
It'll come up again, trust me. It always does.
Parts are like she cannot walk there.
Andreas Vericki's is Jeanette Markham's son.
How's your mother doing?
Right now,
Jesus
she's
Christ.
out of
Man.
second surgery.
I never thought I'd hear the day where I hear police officers on a body cam treating somebody that walks up and punches people in the face as a regular. They were not even talking about like somebody that shops at the same store every day. We're talking about somebody that actively goes up and punches people. And this time he decided to use a board with a freaking screw in it. Like, come on.
5 years old. She's been told she won't recover sight in her eye and may need even more reconstructive surgeries.
To take like
Gotta get these people out of here, man.
a wood club with nails and just no, I'm gonna hit her with all the force on her face. It's like that's not someone you can recover or help. I honestly don't understand that.
Her attack is the latest act of horrific street violence near 3rd and James. A man
even this guy, like, his mind is still inside of the prison that people like this put it in. Is that the entire concept is about helping or rehabilitating. It's not about any of that. It's about taking this person and getting them out of the country, or not out of the country, out of society, right? Like, it doesn't matter whether they can be helped or not. It doesn't matter whether they had a bad life or not. If you're going around hitting people with a big stick, then it's a problem.
Yeah. Lock them up and keep them away from the average citizens. That's how you solve that. Seriously, that's how you solve it, man. So apparently, I think it's this one. Not that one, not that one. Actually, we'll probably end up doing, let's do this one.
You couldn't possibly be any dumber. You
Hollywood.
go through something like this.
I parked the car!
Let's have no one do that again.
Animal Farm.
Let us discuss the concept of death.
Check out the Critical Drinker, Critical Drinker, hell yeah, Critical Drinker.
The author, shall we, dear viewer? Based on the 1960s essay by the French literary critic Roland Barthes.
They're making this into a kid's film, by the way.
It suggests that when it comes to assessing a piece of media, the original intent and ideas of the creator are less relevant than the individual perceptions and experiences of the audience.
Alright, guy.
Basically, it doesn't matter what the creator of the work tried to say with it. Once it's released into the world, all that really matters is what you personally take from it.
That doesn't make sense.
And by golly, I do believe that Andy Serkis is pushing that concept to its limits with his very unique take on Animal Farm.
So Animal Farm... The fuck? Animal Farm is... A main inspiration is the Russian revolt in 1917 and the rise of Stalinism, serving a political allegory where farm animals overthrow human farmers. Tsar Nicholas II, only to be exploited by pigs Stalin and his corrupt elite. Orwell was deeply affected by the Spanish Civil War and witnessed Soviet betrayal, leading him to critique totalitarianism, propaganda, and the perversion of socialist ideals through characteristics like Napoleon, Stalin, Snowball, Tortosky, and sequela propaganda. A secondary inspiration was a real farm near Orwell's home, whose features mirrored the fictional setting and observing the exploitation of animals by humans. So, yeah, they're just going to make a kid's film about this, I guess, because, that's great.
Reimagines George Orwell's satirical critique of totalitarian communism and Stalin's cult of personality as a wacky contemporary animated comedy starring Seth Rogen, where the real enemy is a tech billionaire who happens to drive a Cybertruck.
Right.
What the fuck?
You know, I can't be 100% sure with this one, but I'm pretty confident we live in the worst timeline imaginable. Look, I'm not against the concept of adapting classic stories to fit with contemporary events, as long as they stay true to the original themes and ideas. Like Apocalypse Now took Joseph Conrad's novel Heart of Darkness, which was originally set in 19th century Africa, and transplanted it into 1960s Vietnam. It worked in that case because both stories dealt with the same basic ideas, the dehumanizing and corrupting nature.
There's a real reason why that story worked. It worked because they had good writers doing it. DreamWorks and Disney haven't had good writers in damn near 5 years now. Over 5 years, actually. That's why it worked.
Of power, the loss of morality when the civilization that underpins it vanishes, the dangers of imperialism and colonialism. But what happens when you specifically set out to change the very core of the story to deliver a completely different message than the one intended by the author? Well, you end up with Animal Farm, I guess. But why does it really matter? Well, it matters because Animal Farm just so happens to be one of the most iconic and widely referenced political satires ever written, a scathing critique of totalitarian communism and Stalin's cult of personality, and a pretty biting observation about human nature, our greed, our lust for power, and our willingness to compromise our moral principles for personal gain. In short, it's not really the sort of thing that lends itself to a goofy Seth Rogen kids comedy whose main message seems to be rich people bad. Maybe you should lead by example, Seth, and donate all that money you've got in the bank.
Jesus Christ.
Now, you might find this hard to believe nowadays, but once upon a time, I actually used to read books, and George Orwell's works made quite the impression on teenage me, so I have to admit I do have a certain attachment to Animal Farm. The original novella roughly follows the events of the Russian Revolution and the eventual rise of Stalin as sole dictator, and the purges and totalitarianism that came with him. The animals of Manor Farm stage a rebellion against their corrupt and incompetent human overlords, i.e. the Russian aristocracy, and usher in a new society based on the promise of equality and freedom for all, as imagined by Old Major, basically a combination of Marx and Lenin, who dies before he can see his dream accomplished. In the power vacuum that follows, a pair of pigs, Napoleon and Snowball, Stalin and Trotsky, fight for control of the farm until Snowball eventually gets pushed out and exiled, and Napoleon becomes the supreme leader. The more time that passes, the more his rule devolves into a dictatorship as he purges the farm of his enemies, real or imagined, and keeps the population in perpetual fear and poverty, despite assuring them that they're better off than they were before. Eventually,
doesn't that sound oddly familiar?
He and the other pigs become so human in their behavior that they end up negotiating and trading with actual humans from other farms, walking around on two legs and hosting lavish parties while the rest of the animals watch from outside. With all their greed and their lies and their lust for power, they've become the very thing they swore to overthrow. I mean, it's not exactly subtle, but in case you still don't get it, Orwell himself straight up explained multiple times what his intent was with Animal Farm. It was a straight up critique of Stalinism and the authoritarianist dictatorships of the time, but more than that, it was a critique of the political ideals that brought them into existence in the first place. No matter how noble your intentions and no matter how much you might promise freedom and equality, a new class of rulers and aristocrats is always going to rise up, just with different names. The cycle of revolution.
You know what's crazy? Is that's essentially what happened to America as well. That's what happens when you don't have term limits. The people that are there continue to seize that power, continue to take that power, and yeah, they could be voted out. They could be. But at the end of the day, whenever you're given a ballot to vote, and it's set up in a confusing way that you don't understand, and you just see a name that you already saw before, and you just keep pressing the same button, at what point is it still them being voted in, you know? At what point?
Corruption and exploitation keeps repeating because fundamentally humans are not equal and you can't force them to be. There's always going to be some arsehole who wants more money, more resources, more power, and he's willing
Remember, the road to hell is paved on good intentions.
Break, exploit, or just straight up rewrite the rules to get what he wants. It's all very interesting stuff. The obvious problem these days, though, is twofold. One, the satire is kind of lost because most people now don't even have a functioning understanding of what the Russian Revolution was, never mind the finer details, the timeline of events, or the major players involved. And two, the idea of a Hollywood movie that suggests there might be a few problems with this whole socialism thing is a bit like striding into the Vatican in rainbow-coloured underwear and saying, "Hey chaps, this whole religion thing's a bit silly, isn't it? It's clearly never going to happen," and so we end up with this thing instead, where the real villain of the piece is a thinly veiled stand-in for Elon Musk, and the corruption of the Animal Farm utopia doesn't come about because of personal ambition, paranoia, and the flawed nature of the human condition, but because big houses and sports cars, am I right?
Am I so out of touch? No, it's the children who are wrong.
And the thing I can't help but wondering is, why? Don't get me wrong, there's definitely plenty of things to criticise about modern day crony capitalism, worker exploitation and corporate monopolies, but Animal Farm isn't the framework to do it in. Fundamentally, you're trying to tell the wrong story in the wrong setting, and it would have been way easier, and probably less intellectually offensive, to just come up with a whole new narrative that better suits your objectives. I honestly can't believe that Andy Serkis is directing this. I can't believe he's been working on this project for 15 years, and this is what he produced. I can't believe Seth Rogen is still getting hired for movies when his films are usually the place where fun, common sense, and good taste go to die. In short,
I don't know who, like, I don't understand how people like Seth. I don't get that. It's weird to me. He's always been a weird actor.
Remaking Animal Farm for modern audiences
like there are actors that I just don't watch. That guy from Elf, I don't like him. I don't like Seth. I'm not a big fan of Jack Black either, to be quite frank. I think they're all weird. They're all weird-ass actors.
It's been a bad idea. Anyway, that's all I've got for today. Go away now.
Will Ferrell? I think that's his name, Will Ferrell. I don't like Will Ferrell. All right, let's get it.
Fully licensed officers from the Cleveland Metropolitan Housing Authority investigated reports that a tenant was throwing contents out their 7th floor apartment balcony.
Damn, 7th floor? Oh, bruh. I have, oof.
With the bike. It looks like it, but we can't prove it. I just want to sit here and at least wait and see if the party throws something else out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
party?
6, 7.
Upon arrival, they observed discarded food, broken glass, a cell phone, a metal chair, a ceiling fan.
Damn, bro, they threw the grill out the window? That's expensive, man. What the hell? Oh, there's a table right there. A dish. They threw the satellite dish. A bucket of something. Looks like dirt. Probably a plant.
Portable barbecue grill, a television, a hatchet, a vinyl record player, and a Michael
They threw the freaking TV, bro.
Jackson bad vinyl record, among other items.
Salim. Yeah. It's 7. The patio doors are all busted out. The one where the bike's at.
Yeah, I know, but still want to see if he throws something else out.
Well, all the broken glass down here.
Bro, you know the people that are around that unit must be pissed with all that going on. How much noise must be coming from that unit?
It'll probably match up with the,
Right, but I still want to see the person in the act.
Yeah, we're just checking to see which one.
Oh, check out Midwest Safety, Midwest Safety. Hell yeah, Midwest Safety.
I think we have an idea.
I agree with you, but I just want to see, because we can't we have to witness it. But I'm still going to go up there and generate a damage to property report.
And it's probably going to go for a crisis.
Absolutely.
Because if he's in there trashing the unit, we still got to make entry and check on him.
No problem. We can do that. Come on.
Oh, I know.
I mean, I'm just saying, whenever you're ready, sir.
Get my gloves on.
Okay, no rush. I'm with you. I got gloves, too.
I had a caller call in, but I was so busy I forgot what apartment, but they said it was 70-something.
Looks like it's going to be 703 or 704.
They said there should be debris in the hallway outside the unit. He was doing it there.
Until we figure out what we got here, if you guys are clear over there, if you want to just start making your way this way.
We can handle it.
By the time they get here.
What's going on, boss? We gonna put it in your. Oh yeah, just put it on your
38.
What's going on, man?
Hey, hold on. We're gonna go up on our floor first.
Too early in the day for us.
The officer opens the door immediately after knocking. Sufficient probable cause and justified entry is likely based on the debris evidence and reported calls.
Damn! Bro. Holy.
Police department.
Radio 703, we're checking the unit.
Jesus, man.
Police department.
Man.
Oh my God, he got the tub filled over.
Oh, there he is.
You got a problem? You got a problem? What are you doing, man?
Whoa. Damn, bro.
Got my gun. Got my gun. He fighting me. Got my gun. He got my gun. He got my gun. He got my gun. Get off my.
Bro, bit him on the face, too. Got his hat in his mouth. What the shit? God. Oh, dude, he's got the gun.
Give me your gun. Shots fired! Shots fired!
Ah, damn, bro. Jesus.
This happens too quickly to fully perceive every detail. Initially, the suspect strikes Officer Ali in the head, cutting open his eyebrow. Officer Ali's finger then goes into the suspect's mouth when he attempts to push him away. Simultaneously, the suspect reaches for Officer Ali's gun. Shortly after the suspect obtains the gun, Sergeant Drew deploys his taser. The suspect fires the handgun soon after.
Fuck.
Sergeant Drew's body cam might have shown the exact angle the gun was pointed, but his body cam appears to have stopped recording temporarily during the scuffle. Less than a second after the shot is heard, the handgun appears to be pointing towards Sergeant Drew's head, causing him to duck down. Post-incident, it was revealed that the magazine fell out of Officer Ali's gun during the struggle.
Ooh, I got lucky, bro.
But had one bullet in the chamber. It is possible the suspect tried to continue firing, but simply couldn't. Before the
Yeah, because because he had fired it whenever he got tased.
Moves onto the bed. The suspect bites through the tip of Officer Ali's finger, releasing his hand. Officer Ali has now lost a part of his finger. While on the bed, Sergeant Drew fires a single bullet into the suspect's back, and the suspect immediately turns around and jumps at Sergeant Drew, bringing them to the ground.
Damn!
Shoot him!
When Officer Ali gains his balance, he finds Sergeant Drew has unholstered his weapon and is attempting to keep it out of reach of the suspect. Sergeant Drew hands the weapon over the suspect to Officer Ali, who shoots the suspect in the shoulder while they are on the ground.
Shots fired! Shots fired!
Jesus, what a scuffle, man. Holy crap.
Call it out.
Damn.
No. Shots fired. Have EMS roll this way.
Dude, he's still moving around? Fuck.
You all right? You shot?
I'm calling where?
Bro, what a crazy video. Whew. Damn.
Okay.
I believe it was, sir.
Yes, it is. Step it up.
He's nuts. I'm dying. I'm dying.
Maybe you should have thought about that before you was doing all the crazy schizo shit you was doing, bruh.
I got the gun. I got the other arm.
I thought there was a party going on.
I cuffed it.
Here, cuff this hand, if you can.
I can't now. You bit my finger off.
Tell him to get Cleveland here now.
I know that dude's pissed. He's like, dude, I'm dying. It's like, motherfucker, you just bit my finger off, man. What the fuck you talking about? You want my help? Hell no.
Okay.
You feel if you die, man, you better plug up them holes.
Settle down. Okay.
He's still trying to fight, dude. Got a shot in the back and in the shoulder. He's still trying to fight.
We can't do nothing.
I know.
As soon as we let go, he's gonna fight.
No. Because I'm bleeding.
Yeah, you're busted open.
Where?
Your eyebrow.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think I'm hit. I don't feel anything. Tell radio we're still holding on to him. We can't do anything with him.
I'm okay so far.
Tell him just get people here.
Just get everybody here quick as possible.
I need some information. EMS is en route.
Got male shot in the shoulder.
I think I got him in the back too.
Suspect?
He's shot.
Yes, he's shot.
Officer involved. Tell him officer involved.
We're gonna need EMS for him too. He's slowly not breathing.
Radio, it's an officer involved. Get Cleveland here as well. We can't let go of this male. He's gonna fight.
You involved in a discharge of your firearm?
Yes.
Someone radio, call Cleveland, ask them to respond, send a supervisor at location.
Get this handcuffed while we got a second.
Doing that now,
Okay.
sir.
Go ahead. I got it.
Just cuff him. I don't care if
Man, it's kind of crazy how those situations can. It's like that at a fire scene too. Like how quickly those situations can escalate. I mean, if I'm being quite frank, do you really think somebody like this should be out in public? No. I mean, he should either be in jail or dead. Like, let's be honest here. Bro hit a cop. The first thing he saw when he saw a cop was hit them. He tore up his apartment, threw stuff out the off the 7th-story balcony. He pulled the cop's gun out, shot that, would have shot both of them if he could have, got tased, stood up, bit the dude's the finger off, hit another cop in the head, busted his eye open, and like, bro should be thankful he only got shot twice. Like, hello? We really gonna sit here and discuss this? Do you really think you can rehabilitate somebody like this? Fuck no. Now put this bitch in cuffs and leave him in the ground. You know what I'm saying? Like, put him in jail, leave him in jail. That's a lot of red stuff. We can't show that red stuff. That red stuff, oh man, that red stuff is everywhere. Looks like a damn crime scene up in there. Jesus. We can't with all that blood, bro. That's too much. Damn, that's crazy.
Where are the hits, you know? I think one in the back.
Oh, he's dead. He's dead. He's doing CPR on him now. Ain't no way, dude. That's it. If he got shot in the back, he's probably got a collapsed lung now. He's probably gone.
Yeah, I think that's the one where I got him. Upper back. Ali got him one too.
That might be hard. A little higher. There you go. Think he punched you?
Yeah.
I can see.
He didn't just punch you, bro. Took his gun too.
Around me. You don't need to be in here for
Oh, I bet he got a record. I guarantee you he's got a record. He's probably got a record of hitting police and doing all kinds of crazy schizo shit, dude. There's no way this guy doesn't. You can't convince me he doesn't have a record.
My gun's right there.
He just came out the tub out of nowhere. He was slippery, punching me, seeing.
Yeah, the minute he saw him, too, the minute he saw the police, he just started swinging.
He got my gun. He grabbed for the gun. He fell. Drew shot. I grabbed his gun, and I shot him.
You know, that's kind of crazy, because I was talking about that recently, like, what would happen if you tased somebody that had a gun in their hand? Wouldn't the contractions make him automatically pull the trigger? I guess I was right.
I'm not hit anywhere.
No.
All right. Go in there and help him.
Like, I kind of feel like if somebody has a live gun and you tase them, I feel like there should be an SOP, a standard operating procedure that says that you have to shoot them instead. And that's why. Because, like, if they have a gun in their hand and you tase them, they're going to pull the trigger, not even trying. So, like, you could cause a situation that may never have happened because, you know, like, sometimes when you have a gun to commit armed robbery, that doesn't necessarily mean you're going to kill somebody. But if you get tased and then they fire the gun at you because their arm is locked up, then, like, who's really at fault because of that? I mean, yeah, the dumbass should have had a gun, but at the same time, it's like...
Grab that. I'm coming.
You did it. Oh, no. No, I'm
Drew appears what?
Oh, no. No, I'm just saying my life, man.
Yeah.
Oh, he's done. He's done.
Go right down there. Keep your pressure.
Possibly injured, officer?
Yeah.
They doing that so that way, you know, blood goes down. Not a lot of people know that. Blood goes down, so if you get, like, fucked up on your hand, try to keep your hand up high. The only problem with that method is that if you have it like that for too long, you could make it die faster.
CPR. Doing CPR. Oh, okay. So a CMH officer is shot. He's 50 years old. Shot in the chest and the shoulder. Says that he's talking though, so. Other males also shot. He's at full arrest, so the suspect's probably not doing
Four arrests.
so hot.
For nothing. Man, these are kind of man, shut up, lobotomite. Nobody asked you. Go back to your damn house, nosy ass bitch. Shut your bitch ass up.
We're doing CPR. The guy that shot.
Oh, they shot that boy for nothing? Oh, they shot him for nothing. Man, take your racist ass back to your goddamn apartment. Get up out of here. You the reason why this country's fucked up. All this goddamn racism around everywhere. Shut up. Lord have mercy.
I'll give you some information.
Just ignore him.
You witnessed the shooting, sir?
I heard the shooting. Hey, I know Andre. He don't mess with nobody.
Okay, but you didn't.
Mr. Problem though.
Okay.
But they had to shoot him.
Okay, but you didn't witness the actual shooting.
I'm down here.
Well, then shut your ass up. Shut the fuck up. I can't stand people like that. Oh, I know exactly what that bitch. You don't know nothing. What are you talking about? It's like I got somebody down in my comments a couple days ago that was trying to tell me what Kai's life is like behind the doors, and I was like, bro, you don't even know what the hell he's like behind doors. How the fuck you gonna sit here and comment about it? Acting like you know everybody. Man, shut up. Like, seriously. It's so stupid. He's taking all these advertised deals and everyone's paying him, and it's like, dude, you don't know shit. Shut up. Man, come on. Acting like you know every damn thing.
The start of an exit right below my hand. He has been non-responsive since rounds fired. I've probably been at this for 4 minutes.
My gun's in there on the floor. And my taser.
Can we get him uncuffed?
In Route 3498 East 98.
Damn, bro, they call it in the cavalry.
Hasn't been known injury.
Look at all the police. That's like the 5th elevator so far. Damn, bro.
The aggressive shooting up is homicide, right? Should be, yeah. Okay.
I think it's over in the fourth. You want to page homicide and unfit for this CMHA shooting for me?
Man, thank God for them body cams. Bro, those body cams have saved so many cops from so much trouble. The body cams have been single-handedly the best thing for the police department. Hands down. Like, you just review the footage, you see exactly what happened, and then it's case closed, done, just done. Straight up. Case closed, 100% done.
Yeah, I do. I smell it's bad. Yeah, it smells like It's the officer's pistol and it's on the ground there. I would, yeah, maybe you could reiterate that.
Okay. You say his firearm's on the ground and there's somewhere?
You got my phone.
I got right over here. I just leave it all, right?
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Should we like secure it like a tape on or something?
That's crazy, man.
I mean, we're going to put people at the end of each hallway, basically.
I was just telling him where the stairs.
Can't come up here right now. I don't know. You can't come up here right now, right? I don't know. I don't know.
Alright, I got a lot of policemen just standing here. You go to the end of the hallway, don't let anyone come down from that way.
I got this door.
The stairs?
Yeah, I got it. Someone already tried to come through, so. Just stay down there.
Okay.
Yeah,
Bro, that's gotta suck if you're like, if your door is like right next to that asshole. That's gotta suck so bad, because that means you're gonna be stuck out there waiting. Like, that sucks.
Somebody else come up here.
It's set for us.
Hello, sir.
I guess the neighbors told me he did it. I think the glass was smelling like vinegar.
Okay, so that's what the smell is. And so did you witness all the incident?
No, I was in the house.
Okay.
The glass was all over. I just cleaned it up.
Okay, so you just cleaned it up. Okay.
Yeah, I just swept it up.
And so you've had issues with them all before?
No.
No?
Never. People on that.
On that PCP and that wet? Okay.
You know, neighbors next door said he the one that did it. I knocked on the door. He wouldn't answer.
Okay.
It pissed me off.
Thank God he didn't answer that door. Just imagine if he had answered that door and started attacking this man. That would have been bad, bro. He was able to fend off 2 officers, no problem. Like that? Bro. No way, dude. No way. That would have been bad, man.
All right, thanks for coming to the door, man. Okay.
He got so lucky. He may not have even realized how lucky he just got.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
No, I'm trying to talk to.
Don't ask.
Yeah. I was going to say.
No. I was thinking that. Do not ask.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's dead or what. Couldn't tell you.
Is CMHA, he's alright?
Yeah, he's okay.
He's good? Okay.
He's baked up.
Fighting the dude?
This dude might be mental. Who knows?
In this time-critical situation, EMTs perform a load and go approach rather than stay and play, prioritizing rapid transport to the hospital for the best chance of survival. Though not graceful, medical personnel grab the suspect by the wrist and ankles to quickly drag him across the cluttered floor to a gurney.
What time do you want to do?
Keeping people
Thank
you for always making me feel short.
You're welcome. It's amazing.
Get ready, 1, 2, 3.
No matter I don't know that number.
Alright. They probably got a ton of people up there, right?
You ain't gonna know. I got Alicia's number. You alright?
I don't know. That is kind of crazy, ain't it? There's like fucking 30 cops up there, man. Jesus. Man, they up there like it's a damn gang war.
Securing this area? We are down here.
Yeah, man, these people need to go back into service. Why the hell they got all these people up here? Put these bitches back in service. You need like maybe at the most 4 cops there. You need the supervisor and 3 deps. Get them out. Get them out of here. The scene's over with. The thing's secure. Stop standing around talking. Get out. Go back in service.
Hit the elevator. 3495 East 98. Hit the apartment 703.
Yeah, hold on for a second, man.
What the hell are they doing here? They really trying to do CPR on a guy that's on... Dude, that's not gonna work. What you doing?
Yeah, hold on for a second, man. Yeah. You might just stand over there for a minute? Just thank you, I appreciate it. You have a cute dog. Cute dog. So cute.
If you just want to steal his gun, if it makes you feel more comfortable, I'm fine with that.
Unless there's a ghost man hiding back there,
Right.
unless
We're
somebody
clear.
passes me, we're pretty good.
Okay. Well,
I shut down that damn tub.
Then we can all get the out of here, as far as I'm concerned.
Could you, if they're coming all downstairs, make sure it's clear so they come out?
Thank you. I don't think this door goes to. It goes outside the house. Outside, but.
No, go ahead.
Who cares? We the police. Somebody do it. I don't want to set off the fire alarm.
Yeah, I need a key.
Yeah, there should be another squad coming.
They're bringing them down right now.
Oh, we gotta make this clear.
Jesus, man.
You guys.
Lord have mercy.
We'll be
Look at all them people.
until we know what's going on. Okay. The use of course team is going to come out anyway. Okay.
Yeah, we're coming down.
I think that's fire, isn't it? No, that's got to be maybe the police chief. That looks like the police chief.
Okay.
I'm shocked they're still doing CPR on him. I am. I'm genuinely shocked. Usually they stabilize and then they go. But if you're trying to run the person out, usually they don't do CPR on the gurney itself, unless it's like there's specific circumstances. But when the gurney has to be stationary, there's no point in trying to do that on a moving gurney. Usually they like lock the wheels and then they do CPR. I guess that's what I should have started with, but I don't know what the fuck. I don't know. Like, usually they do CPR for even a set time and then they call it. So I'm still kind of surprised they're trying it.
You gotta give them this information. Okay, log it down, though.
But each state, each section, each like county, district, whatever, they have their own SOPs they follow, so maybe that's part of their SOPs right there. Like it's definitely a weird thing to do, because like at the SOPs at my station were like I think it was like every 3 minutes you swapped with the firefighter that is, not doing anything. And then they did it for like a minute or so, and then you swap, and then you swap to help with fatigue. That's usually what they did. So it's just really, really weird to me to see like them doing CPR on a moving gurney. I don't.
Homicide's gonna come.
Wait, what? This building is hell. Y'all gonna be here all summer.
Homicide's gonna come.
Damn. Even the residents know.
Just like any other.
I don't know if I'm supposed to talk to him, because then they would say don't ask him.
Bottom line is,
I've never been here.
yeah, I mean he's up under the immunity right now.
What's up, boss?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good, you?
All right.
Keeping the building quiet.
Oh, Hakeem. Oh, fine.
This is the unit, though, Chief. Last week, he was out here waving the gun. We did the search warrant on, didn't find the gun.
Yes.
It's that male.
There is a
Oh, wow.
windowsill, though.
Okay.
Glad you're all right. Breathe, brother. All right.
That male.
There is a taken apart gun on this windowsill.
Oh, so they actually found like the grip of the gun. So he did actually have a gun at one point.
Okay.
Glad you're all right. Breathe, brother. All right.
Yeah. Get tight.
Are you still active? Your camera?
Yeah.
Then why don't you be active? Me too. Be active. Are you okay? Yeah. Okay. As well as can be. Okay. Go get treated. Get calm. Relax. Get your breath. And we'll sort everything out. We're gonna go to Metro. Matos, can you go with him to Metro, please?
That's a good police chief. Guy knows exactly what to do. W guy.
Not busting up, though. Oh, yeah. Busted up pretty good. I mean, fight for his life. Yeah. just had this a couple nights ago with Maple Heights. Yeah.
This officer is referring to a different shooting that happened 3 days earlier at a nearby complex where an
Damn.
officer shot and killed Datwan Catchings. What officers don't know is that another incident will happen again with the same department in 3 months with a man named Malik.
God damn, bro. Are you fucking kidding me? Holy shit. Man, this department's fucked.
Rocamore.
They bit my finger.
God damn, bro. Man, back down there, they just rabid, I guess. Jesus.
Yeah.
They don't care what kind of thing you wearing, huh?
Yeah, I'm in.
You want some medicine?
Yeah.
He said, yeah. Jesus.
You'll hear it.
Busted up in the face, it looked like.
Could you imagine a place like this where they also defund the police? So, like, you ain't even got, like, the basic tools you need to do your job, and you getting attacked by the fucking people they keep letting out of jail, bro? Why the hell would you stay at that department? Like, why would you want to be... why would you want to be part of this? Hey, you're not only putting other citizens in danger, you're putting yourself in danger every time you put on that attire, man. Seriously, like, why even... Like, god dang, bro.
I wouldn't let it happen. That's why it's match made in heaven.
Aw, not the fish. Sergeant Jacobs.
Yes, sir.
At the risk of being crass, tippy tip or enough that they're going to bother to try and reset?
Well, they set bottles up to bring it, so enough that they're bothering to reset.
All right.
Yeah, they're trying to find the finger. It's probably in the dude's mouth. Probably swallowed it.
What? Got it? Maybe. I'm gonna feel like if I can't find Dave's finger. Yes, ma'am.
I need to tell you something real quick.
I'll be right there. I'm assuming since they probably put a trach tube in dude that it's not like the tip of the phalange is in his mouth.
TOD, 1818.
The suspect, later identified as Demond Eskridge, was pronounced deceased roughly 90 seconds after being admitted to the hospital.
Damn.
Well, if he swallowed it, it'd be in his stomach already.
Negative.
Negative?
Have them roll. That's in their interest. We are not them looking.
We're having no luck finding it, so if you want to have that ambulance, go ahead and roll.
How old are you, sir? 54. Can we ask about his injuries, sir? No?
Or directly affiliated with the incident, so no. Sorry.
So that's the bloody part right there. Yeah. No. No? Yep, there is. There is? Yeah.
We got blood?
No,
his finger.
His finger. So,
It is?
Yes.
Well, maybe we should give that to the...
well, I think so.
Damn, bro. That dude bit the fucking finger so hard it got bit off inside of the glove. Fuck. God damn, bro. That's crazy, bro.
You want to have a seat? So, I'm from the homicide unit. Desmond is your son. Damon is your son and he's your grandmother. Unfortunately, there was an incident involving your son. CMHA police were called there because he bit one of the officer's fingers off. Wow. And he wrestled the gun away from the officer. And the officers had used deadly force against your son. And your son was killed. I'm sorry to have to deliver this news.
When did this happen?
It's happened about 2.5, maybe 3 hours ago.
What happened to Damar?
He was killed today.
MHA police killed him?
Yes. So
no chance of revival?
Oh, they tried, bro. Holy shit, did they try. I'm not even gonna lie. They tried everything on that man, and they kept his ass alive until 90 seconds, approximately like, was that like a minute and a half after he got to the hospital, and then he... That's crazy. They did a damn good job, though.
He's gone. This number on the back.
Change has no license to carry.
You're a certified police officer, sir, by the state. It was a...
Oh my God.
It was not a security officer, it was a CMHA police officer.
This is his brother.
Your brother jumped out of a closet or something and attacked one of the officers and bit his finger off.
And you sure it's no possible chance of revival?
No, he is gone.
Anthony. No, Anthony.
He is gone.
He was just over here not too long ago. He told me, Grandma, I love you.
And y'all just like the military, bringing home flags for coffins, man.
I don't like this part of the job at all, but you deserve to know what happened to your family member. Unfortunately, I have to deliver this news way too often.
Does he have a wife?
He has a girlfriend.
Gotta take a deep breath, okay? The mind. Elisa, I'm Detective Borden. Demond is your boyfriend?
Yeah, we're 5 years.
Okay, there was an incident today at his apartment, and he is no longer with us.
How you fall? Oh, she passed out. Holy shit, she actually fainted. Call EMS.
Miss Connor. Miss Connor. Miss Connor.
Do you need help, Miss Connor?
Miss Connor. Can you roll over? EMS is coming, okay?
You need to sit up so you can breathe better. Can we help you with that?
Can we stand up?
They're transferring me to EMS. Alicia, my
Come
name's
on.
Jackie. I'm gonna sit here with you on the floor, okay? But if you can't breathe, I'm gonna need you to roll over on your side, okay?
Come on, roll over on your side. There you go.
I want you to
Let's
be
go.
okay.
Jesus.
You want me to help you up?
Okay.
All right, come on.
Just sit up.
There we
you
go.
go.
That's a little better.
All right.
You know, I always wondered sometimes, is this shit performative? Like, do you think like maybe she thought that they didn't have like the body cams, but while they shot him, like, you think that maybe she thought that maybe she was gonna get some money out of that or something? You know, like. Yeah, there's no way that you don't know that this man is acting this way. I'm sorry, dude. There's no way. There's no way. There's a reason why she's living here and he lived all the way in an apartment. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, for 5 years and you guys don't even live together? And you surprised that the police had to shoot and kill him? They literally had to fight for their lives and shoot this man. Like, and you guys want to act surprised that this happened? Come on. Come on.
Just sit right there. There you
Jesus,
go.
Jesus.
Jesus. All right.
He was schizophrenic. He wouldn't hurt nobody. He was
okay.
Obviously, that's not the case. Motherfucker bit someone's finger off and tried to shoot him.
Wow.
Fucking immediately punched another cop in the head.
He's gone. He's gone. He's gone.
Bro was flailing around like a damn rabid dog. He was even growling.
He was just a gentle giant. He was just schizophrenic.
We got to take these people that do this kind of stuff, and if they schizophrenic and they can't be held up to like the court of law, we gotta put them in a nice little padded room with a nice little circular vest that they can rock back and forth in all day, and they can just stay there and never come out and risk hurting anybody ever again. That's what they should do.
He was just crazy. That's all. That's all.
He was just crazy. He was just crazy. Yeah, sure. He was just crazy, right? He was just crazy. That's the problem. That's the problem that I keep seeing. He was just somebody that was on that would go to this one spot and punch someone in the back of the head. And now this lady doesn't have an eyeball, and she's 70 years old, having to go through reconstructive surgery because she got hit in the fucking side of the face with a piece of wood with a nail in it. Oh, he's just been locked up 50 times. He was just this. Fuck that shit, man. Fuck that shit.
I don't like being over there because there's so much going on, and he have a substance abuse problem, and I don't
The mind does? He has a substance?
What's he use? Crack cocaine. That's why I got my own place, because I wanted him to get help.
Did the mind
Jesus.
self-medicate with anything else besides crack cocaine?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
That building did just about a little bit of everything.
I'm sure that there is.
An autopsy later showed he tested positive for cotinine from tobacco products and hydroegonine methyl ester, norcocaine, and benzoylecgonine from smoking crack
The fuck is all that?
cocaine, cokeethylene, indicating simultaneous alcohol use, and delta-9 THC, the cannabis compound responsible for the high associated with marijuana.
Jesus, bro is on everything under the gut.
And delta-9 THC.
Damn.
The cannabis compound responsible
He was doing tobacco, cocaine, alcohol, and Mary Jane, bro. Bro was cooked.
for the high associated with marijuana.
He always hate the police. No offense,
I get it.
but he get real more aggressive when he see y'all. I need family in here, please. I need family, please. They say no. Izzy. That's what they say. No. He wouldn't hurt nobody. He wouldn't hurt nobody.
Sir, calm down. Please, calm down.
The lady even said he was more aggressive whenever he'd see police officers. How the hell you even cater to that mentality? What you mean he's more aggressive? What the fuck does that mean? Hello? And you mean to tell me that you never saw it? Bro.
Your brother. Baby, calm down. Lisa, you have to breathe, baby. Listen, you have to breathe. Lisa, you gonna kill yourself. You gonna calm down. How long is it gonna take for the ambulance?
We called, before I talked to you, we called. Probably about 5 minutes before that. So we are waiting for them.
I'm tired of this generation of kids. Why are they killing each other? Explain to me, detective, why?
I have no idea.
You and I didn't do this when we were young. You gotta calm down.
Calm your sister down until EMS gets here.
In Jesus' name,
dear Heavenly Father,
in
Lord, we
Jesus'
pray
name,
right now,
Father God,
for her healing over her heart, God. God, you continue to be with her.
Oh, well, that lady just said the whole reason why she moved here was because she wanted him to get off of drugs. Last time I checked, if you're trying to help somebody get off motherfucking drugs, you don't move away from them. You're absolutely right, Nigel. They all living in a different place. They made that man go stay in his own place, and now they surprised and they crying and wailing that he done been shot and killed because he's a fucking schizo. Yeah, they left his ass out on his own, and now they're surprised, per the usual, that the man is dead. Big surprise whenever you alienate. I've had this happen a lot in my life, too. Whenever, like, I've never been a drug person, but whenever I see something that somebody's doing and I don't like it, I say it for what it is. And I've been alienated from a lot of people from that. I'm just like, dude, why are you doing this? Stop doing it. It's stupid and it's annoying me. And then I immediately get alienated. And it's like, it's like you trying to do your own thing and you got these people trying to control you because you live in their house. And it's like, you do realize that you're trying to make an adult do things that they don't want to do. It's not going to work. And then they kick you out. And I guarantee you that's exactly what was happening here, is that they alienated him. He was out on his own, doing whatever he needed to do to get medicated, which unfortunately led to that. And it's all because they didn't take him serious, or maybe they just couldn't handle him anymore and they kicked his ass out. How is it that everybody else is under the same roof but him? Doesn't that say something right there? That, oh, well, he was a nice guy, never hurt anybody, but yet he's the only one that isn't at the house staying there. Everyone else is here, but that person. Like, come on. You really didn't know that he was going to do that? Let's be honest here.
EMS is here.
An investigation into the officer involved shooting concluded that neither Officer Ali nor Sergeant Drew would face criminal charges.
No, of course not.
Both officers received a Top Cop award from the National Association of...
Damn straight. They deserve it too. Wow, that dude was trying to pull the racist card out and bro was mixed. That's great. Bro, W cops. W cops. Hell yeah.
Police organizations in Washington, D.C. An honor given to only one of 10 cases nationwide each year.
Damn, that's what's
in
up.
Cleveland.
That's what's up. W. All right, boys, we rolling. It's already 11:33. I can't believe it. Thursday and Friday, Saturday and Sunday, we will not be streaming. So we got 2 more days. We got today, tomorrow, and today, tomorrow, and the day after, and today's over. So we're gonna have 2 more days of streaming, and then I'd be streaming all the way up till the weekend. But my fiance got 2 days off, so we will be streaming Christmas Eve, which I believe is what is that? That's Wednesday. Christmas Eve is Wednesday, so we'll be there. We'll be here. Be on tomorrow, boys. Take it easy out there. Stay safe. Try to put a smile on someone's face. You might change their whole life or their whole day or their whole life. You never know. And I'll see you boys on Tuesday tomorrow. Yeah.
Let's go.
Tamales.
I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day. Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit yet, damn, ain't that great. I don't wanna go to work, cause my boss is a jerk, and I'm not even that paid. I need a change in my life, cause I don't feel alive, and there's nothing that makes me happy. Hold my beer for a minute, I'm about to quit my job, cash in for a ticket. I'm going on a trip, and I don't plan to visit. I'm gonna stay there till I feel like I'm winning, and this is just the beginning. I need a big change, help me feel like living. I need a big swing, home runs I'm hitting, and I'll never look back, moving on till I get it all.